Ladies and gents, welcome back. Welcome on an unusual stream, a Saturday night stream where I'm not just talking about news and whatnot. I actually have a guest tonight, and we're going to be playing some video games. What? On my channel? Is this what I do? Well, yeah, sometimes in my spare time, I play games, but only the best games, only the most nostalgic ones that bring me back to the times when I was growing up, popping quarters in machines and getting the most that I can out of each quarter. Of course, we'll be playing TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, tonight. And you know what? I've got a guest. I've got a very important special guest, and that would be the one and only, the #1 best-selling author in the world for a number of weeks on Amazon's top-selling list. We have Derek Smith. Welcome to the show, my man.
How you doing? How's everybody?
Doing great.
Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. I'm excited because I haven't played games in far too long. I've been so busy with this channel and my family and doing all the things and working a full-time job that I don't get a lot of time to bang on the sticks and play the games. So I'm
we got a good one
at
least.
Yeah, well, that's it. So I remember the days of going to Max Mart where they always had one arcade game and one pinball machine, and they would go in rotation. But the #1 favorite for me and my friend group was always the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. That was the one when I was growing up, anyway, in the 90s. And I lost many of allowance quarters on that game myself. But you've got an arcade of your own in your own house.
I have a Turtles arcade, so yeah, I play quite often. But I was the same as a kid. We had a Chuck E. Cheese down the road from our house. And I'd mow the lawn every week and beg my parents to take me to Chuck E. Cheese so I could spend every token on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So nice. It's definitely a favorite in this house too. So I'm excited. It's going to be a good one.
Nice. We got some nostalgia going on in the chat. Derek, nice shirt. Absolutely. Nice shirt. Nobody noticed my shirt. I got my favorite.
These are my stream shirts. These are my Max Power stream shirts. Actually, this is
awesome.
So there's me hawking my wares on the channel. That's
Speaking of which, you're launching on YouTube now, and you're getting your name out there.
I'm gonna launch on YouTube. I think we're gonna take a break from Twitch because growth is tough, and YouTube seems to be where it's at these days. So Unacceptable Fringe is gonna start. If you've ever watched something like The Quartering, I think it's gonna be a lot like that, where we're gonna talk about entertainment, we're gonna talk about some politics, we're gonna talk about gaming, we're going to talk about a little bit of everything in culture wars that everybody likes to get agitated at, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I would definitely encourage everybody to come hang out and check out some videos. They'll be dropping soon. I think we're going to start with a game room tour because everybody on Twitter has been requesting that, so that should be dropping somewhere either tonight or tomorrow, and then it'll be a couple videos a day every Monday through Thursday, I'm thinking.
Right. King Cracker in the chat saying Twitch is easy if you got big breasts and a bikini. So
I could push together, and
or you can just keep your morals and switch over to YouTube.
For some thirsty boys. Yeah, no, I'll keep my morals, thank you, and just play games and write books. I'll stick to what I'm good at, I guess.
Definitely, and I've got a link in the chat for everybody who's live here with us now. Check out Unacceptable Fringe. That's the name of the channel.
Yeah, that's where we're at. That's
awesome.
That's the place to be, I guess. If you're not in Clyde's channel, that's the place to be.
Yeah, so the link is in the chat for you guys right now. Go check that out. Get subbed up. I wanna see a sub counter tonight and see how many new subs we can get over from this channel. Get you up to the minimum requirement so you can actually earn a living doing this.
Yeah, that'd be nice. We got to hit that 1,000 mark pretty quick, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see what we do. And again, I'd only expect people to stick around if we're doing quality. So you're free to leave if you don't like what you see after a bit. So, but give it some time. Let me get my feet wet.
Nice. Well, I'm excited. I'm definitely eager to lend a hand anytime I can to get viewers over there. But this is something. Well, Derek and I have been talking about for you guys. Thing that we might do moving forward on the occasion. Jump in because Derek's the arcade guy, and I like arcades, but I don't have that much time for it. But the best thing about playing arcade games is playing with your friends. So beat 'em ups is one of my favorite genres. So I think from time to time I'll go over to Derek's channel instead of doing it here like tonight we're doing. So if you like what we're doing tonight, definitely go subscribe over there, because I'll be popping periodically over there for streams just like we're doing now.
There you go. We'll call it Clyde Plays Something.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, we'll do it.
Clyde beats something.
Clyde beats something. Clyde, yeah.
That might get twisted a little bit, but yeah, no,
yeah, right.
We'll figure it out.
So, but because you're such an avid arcade connoisseur and purchaser, collector, tell us about the one that you just bought today.
Well, it was a spur of the moment purchase, but I've got about 14 machines in my arcade right now, and very little space. But I seen this MVSX, and I had to jump on it because I love Neo Geo. And not only is it a cool machine because it's a Neo Geo replica, but it actually has the ability to add games to it. But I have so many multicades in my arcade, which I know it means it's really stupid to own multiple machines, but I'm going to add every Neo Geo game to this machine and just make it a dedicated Neo Geo cabinet. I'm so excited.
Oh, wow, you can actually add all the games to that one cabinet.
There's a way to do it, but I'll have to, I don't know if it takes a little bit of tech know-how or if it's just plugging in a USB. It looks like there's some USB jacks on the front of it, so I'll take a look once it comes. I'll do a review of the video on the chat, or the machine on the channel as well.
Oh, cool. Cool.
But it'll I'm excited, but you know what? I'm glad I got a soft couch because I think I'll be sleeping on it for a while after making such a sporadic purchase this afternoon. I promised my wife no more machines, and here I am a couple months later buying another one. So
there you go. There
worth
you go.
Every minute.
A lot of people in the chat talking about their love for arcades. Island Jason saying, born in '76. I love old school arcades. We've got also saying my favorite game was 1942.
Ah, that's a great one.
I love that
game.
Amazing
game.
I could never get past, I think, like level 4 on that one, and then I would eat all my quarters and I was done.
So a lot of arcades, if you ever played like the classics, like when you look at Asteroids, Donkey Kong, Space Invaders, Pac-Man, they were all designed to just swallow your money. It wasn't a matter of, entertainment at that point. It was just, how do we get money out of people's pockets, right? So, I mean, the guys like that memorize the patterns and are professional players of those games and get the high scores and everything. I love watching those. There's a guy I follow on Twitch by the name of Ray Finkel, which, I mean, is a pun on the Ace Ventura character. He's got the current high score, or world record, I guess you could say, for Donkey Kong in emulated arcades. And watching him play Donkey Kong is like an art. It's some of the best stuff I've ever watched.
Not that alleged fraud guy, the guy with the slick hair.
Billy Mitchell? No.
Okay.
Come on.
I've heard about that guy. I heard there's like so much politics when it comes to like the awards and winning these like high score competitions in these old games, the ones from the late 70s.
It's funny, Billy Mitchell was on Twitch and he heard of my first book when
by the way, I
had
to say alleged because I heard he's quite litigious at people calling him a cheater.
He
goes after people.
You say the wrong thing about him and he goes after everybody. Well, because that's how he gets paid.
I just heard this. It's alleged. I'm not making any confirmations here.
No, what I was going to say, I got chatting with Billy Mitchell when he was on Twitch because, again, he knew my name in the chat because I launched my first book and he actually read my first, like my novel that I launched before doing these political books. So he actually approached me about writing a book about him in time for the 40th anniversary of Donkey Kong. And I quickly turned it down and said, no, I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. And he says, why? And I said, I've seen The King of Kong and I've heard about the rumors. And he says, oh, but it's all lies. And I said, yeah, of course. But
of course it is.
I don't feel comfortable attaching my name to such a project, so thanks, but no thanks. And yeah, he didn't talk to me again after that. So we went our separate ways. He's very he's got a very high ego. I'd like to see him and Justin Trudeau in the same room. Their egos clashing would be legendary to see their egos clash. Definitely.
Together they could hit 100 IQ score probably combined.
They'd sit there arguing over who has the better hair. Although Trudeau, I guess, doesn't really have an argument now.
He's not there anymore. He's got the Lloyd Christmas. He's definitely
Lloyd Christmas.
He's given that one up.
I like it a lot.
But yeah, speaking of your books, so you had that one successful book on the Freedom Convoy, your story, how the Prime Minister stole freedom. Of course,
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
I have my signed copy.
Oh, that's a fake. That's a fake.
It's a fake now.
Oh no! Clyde forging signatures on books. That's terrible.
Making accusations here. We're talking about.
That's terrible. No. I'm glad. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you got a signed copy. That's good.
I'm stoked. And thank you for the hoodie. What a nice hoodie. I was gonna try to wear it for the show, but it is boiling right now, and it's just
you'd be sweating buckets.
Yeah, and it
is. I'll tell you right
huge,
now,
dude.
and this isn't just a shameless plug. Those hoodies, like I've worn mine every night when it cools off in Calgary. Like I'll put mine on. It is the most comfortable hoodie I've worn in ages, and that's not like a shameless plug. Like I really like the people that are making these for us. They've got good quality hoodies, so I'm enjoying that one. Nice. So when you feel like swimming in it, you'll like it too.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be one of those like around the campfire, cool evenings hoodies for me, for sure.
Yes.
One that you can swim in, because it's extra large. I don't know what people think of me on the internet. It's always weird when you meet the people that you know on the internet.
Standard. I was worried about shrinkage. Because if you're in the pool,
we're all worried about shrinkage. Yeah,
it's no. A lot of people standard just say send me an XL. So we ordered a bunch of them, and
nice.
I just said I'll put it in a box and send it to Clyde with his book, and hope for the best.
And appease him. Maybe he'll stop complaining. But
yeah,
we got I love freedom with the $5 super chat. Cowabunga dudes, yeah, and that's what we're excited about. But before we get into the game. You had your massive success of a book. I mean, it resonated with so many people, and everybody enjoyed it. And you deserve all the success that you've gotten from it. It's an amazing book. It's fantastic, fantastic. But you're working on other things, and we have the working title here. It was on your Twitter.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about my OnlyFans. No, yeah, we're working on this too.
So this is the one face, blue face, black face, two face.
That's on its way.
So this is the cover page in the works.
It's a placeholder. Yeah, that's it's gonna be launching in November. Not sure which day in November yet. As we get closer, I'll have a definite date, but we have set a deadline for November. So it'll be out just in time for Christmas for everybody, and hopefully you guys can get your copies, and Amazon doesn't shrink them down to size, and you guys can enjoy that one. It should be good. I'm hoping it's going to be as many laughs as the first one, but we'll see, I guess, once it launches and Clyde gets it in his hand for a review.
Yeah, nice. I'm looking forward to it. But I'm definitely looking forward to doing some gaming tonight, and we got to figure this out because I haven't played in some time, and I had to shuffle some things around because I haven't played games on a stream in a while, and I used all my screens here. I've got way too many screens, as you can see, guys. I got way too many screens here, but it's not always enough to get all the things up in front of me so I can see them. But why don't we get into this and launch away and get this game started?
Giggity.
And you'll have to send me the invite because this is how we do things.
Okay.
You'll have to show me. Wow, this is bright in my face here, and you'll see why. Boom. There it is. Oh, now I gotta pop the chat out somewhere else. Unfortunately. Oh, I'm loving it. It's just like the cartoon from the 90s.
So when they first showed the trailer for this game, I jumped out of my chair because I thought they were doing a new cartoon. They showed that intro, and it dropped on YouTube, and I saw that, and I was jumping up and down screaming like a 5-year-old, going, "Oh my god!" And then it's like, oh, it's a game. Never mind. Like, and I'm still happy, but it's like, could you just give us a cartoon like that again, please?
Yeah, not like the CGI thing that looks all weird.
Yeah. Well, the current Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like my son goes into the store and looks at the toys, and like one of them's a snapping turtle or something now, and like one's huge, and Donatello's this skinny little tiny one. Like they look really weird.
Yeah,
And
they look odd.
My son looks at them. Well, they're terrible. It's terrible design because it's that computer generated stuff. And my son looks at them. He's like, I'm not interested. I don't want it. But like, if we go to like some of the toy stores where I get all my toy collection going on, like for my Masters of the Universe, or I do have some turtle stuff behind me. But anytime he sees the original or the vintage stuff, he always wants to play with those toys because
I see.
they look the best.
I'm just gonna fix your camera. Unfortunately, I didn't do this before we started. You're just so small in the corner, so I'll bump you up in size there.
Let's
There
go
we
to create a party. All right.
Yeah, there we go. A little bit more proportionate here. But I'm gonna have to get into the windows because I want to see the chat. I can't see the chat at the moment. Apologies, guys, in the chat. Everybody out there in the ether. There we are. There we are. I can see the chat now, everyone. The chat is back. And let's get back into the game.
You may have to send me the invite there, Chief, because it's only allowing me to invite Xbox players. Even though my crossplay is turned on.
Okay, so where do we do
I'll
that?
tell you how
You'll have to guide me through that then.
So go into. Are you in the main menu of the game?
I'm in the main menu.
The game open, so I can't see.
Okay, you can't see what I'm doing.
Go down to arcade.
Okay, we'll go to arcade.
Start game.
It just says arcade mode for players craving a harder challenge. Limited lives continues. Oh, we're going full bore, like popping quarters.
Yeah.
Okay, so go start game. That just straight up start game. Okay.
Start game, and then you'll probably want to put it on OK because it's your first playthrough.
Okay.
We'll take you through baby mode.
Chill's just not fun, is it?
No, chill's too easy. It's too simple there. So as soon as you get through the little tutorial and hit the skip, it'll give you an icon in the bottom left that'll say party up.
Okay, so hold the skip.
Yeah.
Party up, there it is. Okay, so
yeah,
I can
so create party.
Create a party. Ooh, making it public. Or
are you gonna make
private?
it public? We're gonna have other players join if you make it public.
No, I don't want to do that. Okay, so friends
okay, so I'd go private.
Okay, private. Creating a party.
And then go down to invite, and you should be able to invite me from there.
Okay, well, I'm going to go off of this screen, so I'm not showing everybody.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I can only see my Steam friends.
You're on here. Oh, Jesus Christ. What are we doing here? How do we do this?
Cotton Schwab's foot soldiers. I like that. I like that.
Link your Epic account to view and invite your Epic friends?
Ooh.
Are you on the Epic Game Store?
No, I'm on Steam. I'm on Steam.
Yeah, see, fucking Steam. Oh, damn it.
Uh-oh. So I'm going to have to buy it on Steam?
Players. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I can find players.
Need to be Steam friends, says Noob.
Do we need to be Steam friends? Do I need to set up Steam? Well, I gotta love technology, eh?
Yeah? This is the thing when you buy the same thing, but it doesn't cross over the consoles.
Well, and it's got cross-play, which is really... Hang on one second here. Sure's Revenge. Invite. Peace. Or Steam. Xbox.
Paul Thompson saying Henry Holes. I know what you're referring to. The Bonnie Henry Holes.
Go to
recommendations.
the party up option in the main menu. Join a lobby where you'll be prompted to log into your accounts. Once completed, you'll see a list of your friends across both platforms. Okay, so
across what both platforms? Both.
It's saying you want to create a lobby.
Okay. So
it'll select you to either invite players or join a lobby, and you'll be prompted to log into your accounts. Once completed, you'll see a list of your friends across both platforms.
Okay. So I'm gonna skip this, and it says
Select your hero.
to party up, and then join. What is it? Create a party?
Create a lobby.
There's no lobby.
There is no lobby.
No. Crossplay
Should
enabled.
I just, yeah.
Link Epic
Should I just
account.
buy it on Steam, maybe?
Yeah, maybe just buy it on Steam. You can play right away.
So here I am. Now I'm going to spend $30 to stream with Clyde. That's, oh, come on, man.
Well, maybe we'll get some people over to your channel, and then you'll earn that back.
I want 5,000 people at my channel by the end of the night. No, I'm kidding.
Unreal. Clyde, have you got no Xbox account? No, that's not. No, I don't have an Xbox account. I don't believe. I just have Steam. I have Steam on my PC.
Okay, hang on. Now I have to install Steam. Probably should have done all this beforehand, hey? So that
Might
we're
help.
not sitting like a couple of jabronis on a live stream, looking like we don't know what we're doing.
That might have helped. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll get into this game just a little bit so everyone gets a taste of what it says. It says you're offline
Sure.
on Steam, Clyde. Hold on. Maybe I've got an issue going on with Steam. Let me try something here. Because I have this family mode thing enabled, and that might be the problem. So maybe that's the issue. When I put the family mode on, it changed a lot of the dynamics for my games. So let's try this again.
Ooh.
Party
Okay.
up. Crossplay enabled. Create a party is
Create a party and then go to invite friends or whatever and see if you can search.
friends. Creating party. Invite. No, it's still just only my Steam friends.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Here's where we are, folks. Okay, ordering
Right.
pizza now. Says CV fixes all. We'll get this going.
We'll get it going. Just hang on.
And then I gotta make sure I'm friends with you on Steam as well. So that's the best way to do that. I think I'll send you my Steam name on Discord. So I'm not blasting it out to everybody. Because, yeah, that happens. Sometimes you'll have your Steam name out on Discord. Or, sorry, in the middle of your stream, and then next thing you know, you're getting 1,000 friends.
You're getting,
requests.
yeah.
Jalapeno and pineapple. That's right. That's right. I got to try that. I haven't had that yet. Next time I order a pizza, that's one thing
Nasty.
I'm definitely going to do. So I'm going to add a friend. I'm going to send you my friend code so that you can just add me up. And there's my friend code, my friend. I just sent it to you on Discord.
Okay.
But in the
Hang on,
meantime,
I'm still trying to get into Steam. You jump in, I'll be right there.
yeah, while Derek's figuring this out, I'm gonna get into the arcade. I'm gonna start playing. I'm gonna get right into this because why don't we do it? Start game. We'll play on OK. Now this game reminds me a lot of the Turtles in Time. It has like the same dynamic as.
It's got a lot of the controls too, which is great.
And I'm talking about like the arcade, not the, because I remember on SNES, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, they had a port of the game, but it was never the same, and it didn't have all the levels and all that stuff, right?
Mm. Yes, that's true. Sorry, yeah.
No, it's all good. I'm gonna be
Nope.
Leonardo because Leonardo is awesome, and he's got.
Keep your hands
knives.
off Raph. That's all I care about.
These guys. Oh, okay. You're gonna be Raph. No problem.
Turtles, let's get our shells and gear.
Do I have to hit it again? Okay, there we go. You on your keyboard or on controller? Well, I might as well show everybody this. So what I use for a controller is a custom controller that I built myself, and this is my arcade sticks. I love playing fighting games and stuff, and this is all part of it. I built it using PCB from a Xbox One controller, and it works seamlessly with my computer. I love it. So let's get back into the game here. So it's like that authentic feel of playing the games. Same idea. I love beat 'em ups though. It's like, woo!
Yeah, they're pretty classic.
I'm used to the old 2-button beat 'em ups. I don't. There's a whole lot of other buttons in this one. Oh, B! Get out of here. Oh, and it's got dash, like that. Loving this. Dude, the nostalgia alone is just killing me. Okay, I don't want to hit that guy. Oh. Oh, a blue guy. He's got a stick. Ninja sticks. Here we go. So I'm going to try not to beat the whole game before you get in here, Derek. I got a super attack? Oh. Well, I didn't take out anybody. Look at these guys are on their keyboards. That guy doesn't even have a keyboard. You're faking. Nice. There we go. Special attack. Bro. Oh. Got me. So my keyboard sticks that I have here, I built them custom. So I got the box. It's a Razer box. It's known as the Razer Aatrox. Whoops, that hit me. But it comes with standard parts, and I know where. So I used to live in Japan, so every time I go to Japan, I always go to Akihabara. Akihabara is like the gaming and electronics area in Tokyo. It's also where all like the weird maid cafes and stuff are. It's what they call otakus.
The host clubs, or is that?
Yeah, well, they're just like cafes, but they're like hostesses, but they dress up like maids, or they have different themes. And otakus will go there and spend lots of money on tea to sit and talk with a pretty lady. Nice. But I also know where there's whoa, I just got hit. I also know where I can get. It's like the shop that the arcades buy their parts from. Oh, these guys got shields. So, whoop. Here, take this. Oh, that did nothing. Ah, that works. Yeah, so the arcade shop, so it's all the parts. So I happen to like the Sanwa buttons and the joysticks, because it's the same that they use on the Street Fighter machines. That's what I got used to. Really like, and I'm not, maybe not the North. Like if you went to an arcade where they had like a knockoff Street Fighter machine. Right. Would have bad parts.
Like the old Japanese candy canes, are you talking, or?
Yeah. So you go to like the actual arcades where Street Fighter 2 and on were, and they would have the authentic Sanwa parts in them. So I got the same ones.
I like Sanwa, and it depends on what I'm playing. If it's fighters, it's Sanwa. If it's anything else arcade like classics, I stick with Hap.
Oh, you like the Hap ones?
Hap's not bad. Hap's good for like Golden Tee, especially, or anything trackball. Like if you're gonna play like Marble Madness or any of those games, and you need like that really loose trackball that's not gonna give you any issues. That's even especially Centipede and stuff. But yeah, Hap's not too bad for some arcade games like Donkey Kong again in the classics, Popeye, Punch Out, things like that. But again, with fighters, when you want that you know, the competition style buttons and less lag, you want to stick with Sanwas.
I know a lot of people in the fighting community like the Hori controllers. So there's like a little.
Hori's good too. Yep. Okay, so I've spent my $30. I'm installed and I'm in the game. So now you should be able to invite me.
Okay. Let's get.
It's okay. I wanted to support this game anyways because I got it on Game Pass for free. So.
Well, that. I'm just about at the boss too. I'm gonna go into pause mode.
Oh, for crying out loud!
I go to options. Mash.
Okay, I sent you a friend request as well.
Oh, we might have to start over. Okay.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, return to main menu. Are you sure you want to return? Yeah, I am sure.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So I gotta go back over here. I'm gonna go to friends. View friend list. And you sent me a friend request. Where do I look for the friend request?
I did indeed.
Where do I?
Come on, Clyde.
I'm such a boomer when it comes to like this stuff. What is going? Where's my friend?
Get it together, Clyde.
I gotta get it together. Gotta get it together.
Get your stuff together. Take it to the, what is it they say on Rick and Morty? Take it to the stuff store. Get it in a box, sell it. I don't care what you gotta do. Just get it together.
Just get it together.
Just get it together.
Just get it. Jeez, Rick. Just get it together.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
We got. People are laughing at me here for being a boomer.
Oh, I could come in and talk like Peter Griffin and be like, "Oh God, can we get this game going already?"
Wow, you do that really well. Actually, you do that really well.
I do it really well. I'm a fat guy. Of course I do.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Angry Atheist says, "I'm a grandpa gamer." Nice. Got nothing wrong with grandpa gamers. Where is my game? There we go. Where's the any button? Ha. Okay, start game. We're gonna go okay, not gnarly. We're gonna keep it kind of chill. Skip the.
All right, you don't want to go. You don't want to go hard mode. All right.
Are you kidding me?
I ran the game on hard mode on stream one night. It wasn't that bad.
Oh, really?
Hard mode's like equivalent. Well, hard mode's like the equivalent to the arcade. Like if you want a challenge, like where you're worried you're going to run out of credits, so to speak. But yeah, this mode, the medium is kind of just like, hey, I just want to play through and have some fun, right? You don't want to go in baby mode though. Baby mode sucks.
So I accepted your friend request and you're not showing up in here. Does that mean I got to reset the game?
Join friends, no games found. Great party. Friends. Invite. Clyde. There we go. Is it an invite? I did it! I sent an invite! Oh my god! We're making progress!
I think I got to back out of the game because you weren't my friend before I started before I launched the game.
You don't want to be my friend now? Jesus Christ. That's it. That's it. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Get
out of here. Just stop it. Just stop it.
John Michelson says, have you tried taking out the cartridge and blowing on it? Nice. I need to work on this. I'm such a boomer.
Clyde fix something.
Yeah, Clyde fix something. I do that all day long. I'm a mechanic. I fix stuff. Okay. I clicked something that you sent me, and now the game's launching again.
All right.
So hopefully we're good.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna have all my unlocks either. I don't have Casey Jones anymore because it's a new install.
Ah,
damn!
Dang it! You're gonna be a pleb like me.
That's okay.
I've seen this intro enough times already now. So I got the invite. Okay, invites. I'm gonna not show this on cam. Invites. There we go. Accept through request. Accepting request.
Oh, there we go. God damn. All right, let's get it on. Finally.
Okay, that's cool. You can be Splinter and April in this version.
April is OP.
I'm gonna be Michelangelo now because that's the one I was always when I played the arcades. I always wanted to be Michelangelo.
Yeah, he was a good second. He was a good alt for me. I was always Raph. Had to be Raph. I guess we can skip this. You've already seen the story, right? Or did you not watch the story?
No, I was on the wrong cam.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's on the news.
Okay, well we'll keep the story on then, so everybody can get up to date with what's happening.
There we go. What happened?
Oh,
there's
this
Krang.
story. If you've played Turtles in Time, it's going to look a little familiar.
So yeah, Krang's taken over the world. What's new?
With the Statue of Liberty. It's always the Statue of Liberty. I don't know what's going on there, but
maybe liberty matters. Maybe that's the most important thing
know.
in society. I don't know. A novel idea.
It's a giant copper statue is the key to the world, I guess.
More accurate than our news today. I like that.
The government tells me there's nothing wrong with the statue and to go inside and mind your business.
I love how villains always have their hands up when they're laughing. Ha 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 ha.
Well, yeah, you gotta be maniacal. All right,
so can you hit each other in this?
I don't think you can, no.
Oh, you see my combo there?
Oh, you got any sweet moves? Jesus, look at that. Okay, so your blue bar at the top, right? That's your special.
Okay.
If I don't know which button on your controller is your right bumper, but if you hit your right bumper, you do one of these taunts. If you do a taunt, see that it automatically filled my bar. So if you ever want to use a special move and you don't want to beat up enemies, there you go. That'll fill
nice.
That'll fill your bar.
Oh, what? Woo! Right at the screen. I always loved that, the whole like 3D throwing the guy at the screen thing. And I liked how they incorporated that with the one bad guy when you're fighting Shredder in Turtles in Time, and he's in the foreground in a machine.
Yep.
I thought that was so clever.
It was pretty cool because the Super Nintendo did Mode 7 graphics really well. That was one of my favorite things about Super Nintendo back in the day. Like Genesis had that really, really authentic, cool sound, whereas Super Nintendo, you always knew it was a hit when it had the Mode 7 zoom in and zoom out going on.
Yeah, that's right. What was it? Zero? What's that? The racing game that used that?
F-Zero?
F-Zero, yeah. They never really did much with that franchise ever again, did they?
Well, I mean, they made a GameCube one that's pretty good, and like Game Boy Advance had a version that people liked. I think N64 had one as well. I didn't play it on N64, but they kind of forgot about it after a while, and there's rumor going around it might come to the Switch, but I highly doubt it.
Oh, I like this move. If you hit jump and kick at the same time, it does a different one than just a jump kick.
Yeah. Or you can hit whatever the defense button, defense and then attack. You'll do like a back attack.
There's a defense button? What is that?
It's the B button on my controller.
Oh.
So again, I'm not using one of your lagless fight sticks, but
Was that the defense right there?
yeah. So if you do that and then press attack real quick.
Wait, I don't see how that works. Yeah, it didn't work out for me. What happened? Whoa, I'm hurting. I'm hurting. Why am I hurting so bad? I need to get a pizza.
Am I gonna have?
Yeah, you're gonna have to carry me.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I need to get that pizza that's across the way.
There's one
here.
right over here.
Yeah.
Go grab it.
Nice. I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Enjoy your diabetes.
Aw, missed button mashing so much.
Yeah, this one, like, so the guys who made Scott Pilgrim vs. the World made this game, and also some of the people who worked on Streets of Rage 4. But Streets definitely has the button mashing mechanics a lot more than this game does.
Oh, yeah. It was a good game. I wish they would have gone with the pixel art, but
Yeah.
they went with like a more of a flash art style.
Like the cell shade.
Yeah,
kinda
that
look.
kind of thing.
I like games when they have that, but they also offer like a pixel filter or like an old school filter. And you would think with Streets of Rage they would have had like the 16-bit Genesis filter or something, just so you could go back to like the old school look.
This one's definitely nailed it. They've got the arcade sprites.
Oh, yeah.
look.
Special delivery.
Yeah, and there's a lot of Easter eggs I'll point out as we go through this game, to the other games, to the cartoons, to the comics.
Oh, cool.
The guys who made this game were definitely fans of the franchise. Like and those are the games I always enjoy playing, because they put their heart and soul into a game instead of just, here, let's crank it out and make some money.
Right. Because that seems to be the gaming industry anymore.
Well, yeah,
you
it's
need that.
let's get it out as fast as we can.
You need
That's
that.
a group one, so we both get health for that one.
Oh, cool. That's
Yeah, the bigger
novel
pizzas
idea.
are that's a team pizza, so everybody in the party gets health on those ones.
Dynamite strike. Set up and punchline.
Oh, I should have saved that, hey?
That's all right. You can use a taunt and build it back up again,
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
and then you got it for the boss.
Nice. That's kind of a cool feature. Marty, we gotta go
Yeah.
back, says Renegade in the chat. I used to play this at Max Milk. Same thing. Same thing. I think it was Max Mart where I played it. Oh, that was dumb. I just walked right into that.
Our local 7-Eleven was always like they always got like the fighters. Like they got
Yeah, that's
Street
where I went
Fighter
to play
and-
Street Fighter. And then I had an unusual neighborhood in Windsor, Ontario, where it was like there was a Max Mart, and then across the street there was a billiards place that had tons of arcades in it. And then just down the street from there was a 7-Eleven that had another arcade and pinball machine. That's just like the way things were in the 90s. Every corner store, like a big corner store anyway, would have an arcade and a pinball machine.
well, the revenue on those was so high because I think the average arcade machine back then, if you got it through a company, like usually what you would do is you would sign a contract with whoever owns the machine, that they'd swap them out every once in a while, which is why a lot of those stores would switch it up. So they'd pay, I think it was a couple $100 at the time for the machines, and the machines ran about $1,100 to $1,500. But they would pay about $400 or $500 to get the machines in there for a month, and it was like a revenue share. So the store would get 75% on top of that 500, and then the guys renting out the machines would take their cut, and so on and so forth. So they'd buy all the machines, rent them out, take their cuts, and that's how they made their money. But for the convenience stores, I mean, especially when games like Mortal Kombat 2, and Street Fighter were, I mean, they were making money hand over fist.
Oh,
man.
big
Like,
time, big time. I still remember when Mortal Kombat came out. I was like, I heard from my friends like, hey, there's this game where you can like rip people's heads off and like their spines hanging out. And I'm
Yep.
like, I don't believe you. Like, no, let's go.
That's always how the conversation started. I heard the same, and then we went to an arcade, and I saw somebody do Sub-Zero's fatality, and my friend and I just stood there with our jaws on the ground for a good 10 seconds in silence.
Right?
And we
You
were
need
like,
that more than I
what
do."
did we just see? And it was like, forget Street Fighter. Like, nobody cared anymore. It was all about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Street Fighter was still a better strategically played game than Mortal Kombat.
It plays better than Mortal Kombat, but Mortal Kombat, I mean, they had the teenage audience simply because of the gore factor.
Yeah.
Dynamite strike. Set up and punchline.
Yeah, well, that's why I played it. 'Cause
Right?
I
Well,
was, like,
but that's just
blown
it. I mean, you
away
could play
from it.
cartoony Street Fighter, or you could, rip somebody's spinal cord out, right? Like, it's an easy call when you're 13 years old, and it's like, oh, what am I going to give my money to today? Well, hardcore violence.
And the best part was that when they released the game, they never told anyone that there was fatalities in it.
That's right.
People just figured
Yeah,
it out. I don't know how
I
you
remember
figured
the
that
guys-
out.
Well, see, for us, there was 7-Eleven was where they got the arcade, And of course, they had their comics and their magazines and everything else sitting there. So somebody grabbed a GamePro magazine and was like, "Hey, look, it's got all the fatalities in here." And the guy behind the counter, "You gotta buy that!" And he's just flipping through it. "Quick, get the codes!" You know, like just pissing off the guy behind the counter. It was great.
You're like writing them down too, right? Because it's before cell phones where you could just snap a picture.
Before internet. Back in my day. Yep. The old arcade days.
Polite Q says I was always the only girl at the arcade. Yeah, I bet it was kind of a guy scene.
Yeah, that's where you went to show off your levels of dominance to the other men. It's where boys became men.
That's right.
Unless it was
arcade.
unless it was like The Simpsons or something, and then everybody could play them. But that's another fun beat 'em up. I wish would have got a home console port back in the day.
That was a good one, yeah. And I remember the only thing that came out on console at the time was it Bart's Nightmare? And it sucked.
The god awful Acclaim Simpsons games. Yeah, they're. I remember one. I got Bart's Nightmare as a birthday gift one year, and I opened it, and my parents gave me the old, "If you don't like it, you can take it back," kind of speech. But the thing is it's not like today where you go to GameStop and you just pick up a game. Like, you had to look for games back then, and it was kind of like whatever the store had, you bought.
Yeah.
So I felt guilty that my folks went out looking for the Simpsons game, and I'd never played it. So I said, "Yeah, no, I'll keep it. That's fine." And I turned it on, and after 10 minutes, I was really regretting opening that box.
It sucked.
I still
beat
it. Well, I mean, it's beatable, but it's kind of like, if somebody drops a sandwich on the ground, it's still edible. Do you really want to eat it? Right?
Well, the worst part about that game, though, is you couldn't choose which challenge you were gonna get. You just randomly got picked into the different dreams that Bart was having.
That's right.
And
yeah.
And so you're like, I just want to beat the game, right? But then you're keep getting put into that crappy Godzilla one.
That or the Indiana Jones one. That one was always jumping from block to block. That one kind of got on my nerves.
What is this, the Infinite Pride Pizza? What is that? What's going on here?
The Pride Pizza makes you go... So your special move, if you grab that, you can just do your special move for about 10 seconds, unlimited.
All right.
There you go. You got her.
Oh, that was a waste of the move, though.
That's okay.
There wasn't enough guys there. Oh, that's a new one I didn't see.
Hit that for fun.
The Doskoi. Yeah, the E-Honda move. Here we go. Mech pizza.
I really love that they got the original animated cast, whoever they could, to come back for this game. It's so...
Oh, watch out for those.
It's such a nostalgia trip.
Right?
Although, I found even with Michelangelo, the guy who's doing his voice, whenever you do your taunt, it just sounds like his voice is so worn out from doing it over the years that it's you can tell the age of these guys.
Oh, I bet. Oh! I'm hurting. Not good.
Oh, come on. Don't drop on me now.
Got him. Got him.
There we go.
Nice.
Another one down.
would have been foreign in my day. That's just my joke. It was like a rainbow infinite sign. Kung Fu Rainbow Laser Force. I like that. The legendary Rob Paulson is who Derek is referring to. Oh, okay.
Rob Paulson, yep. So,
Clyde
the vehicle that we fight
Danger.
at the end of this level, if you've ever played if you ever played the NES Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games,
Yeah.
I forget what the vehicle's called, but we'll see the name of it at the end of it. This was one of the boss levels in Turtles 3, I think, the Manhattan Project, where you fight Bebop inside this vehicle. So that's kind of a callback to the NES days.
This is eerily reminiscent of Battletoads.
Yes. Well, all the Turtles arcade games have these vehicle levels too, right? Where you
Yeah, that's true.
speed along and...
I'm scarred for life because of Battletoads.
What, the Turbo Tunnel? It's not that bad. Come on.
You kidding me? You're playing the game and then all of a sudden it's like it eats up all your continues?
If you're playing two-player, yes. But, I mean, the Turbo Tunnel... Like, I mean, it just takes practice. Like, once you get it, like, it's kind of like one of those things like learning to ride a bike. Like, once you do it, it's like, I can't believe I ever had trouble doing this. But it does take a little bit of practice.
I've still never
it's
beaten
not
the
simple.
game.
I've wrapped it once, and I said that was enough. Like, I'll never go back. I don't mind playing for fun, but I definitely don't play to finish the game anymore.
Oh! Oh!
There, you got mushed!
I got mushed! Oh. Oh yeah, he does sound a little haggard and old.
A little tired.
Yeah.
And it sucks because, like, it's such an iconic voice, but, like, you can, like, Rob Paulson with Raphael, I mean, you can, I think it's Rob Paulson who does Raphael.
Can we kill this thing?
You can hit it a couple times, but as soon as these bricks start dropping, they're going to take off.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're hurting.
That's alright.
Nice.
One up. I'll take it.
That's my new favorite move, just that spinny kick. The combo kick. See you later. See you later. Oh!
You didn't!
I just impulsively just jumped up.
Oh,
my bad.
you bastard!
You bastard, you.
It's okay. It's all right. I can hang on.
Hang on to it, man. Apologies for that.
There's
one.
another one. There's another one up here.
I'm just gonna put myself in the forefront. I love that little doskoi. Oh, that's the easiest way to take those things out.
I know I'm gonna get hit right before that pizza shows up.
Right
Here
before you get it. Right before you get it.
Here it comes. Let me go
Get
in
it.
front.
Get
There
it.
we go. Got
nice.
it. We're good.
Nice. We're good. How many times have you been through this game?
Oh, at least 15 to 20 at this point, man.
Clyde, did you ever play Donkey Kong Country? Yeah, I played that game.
Oh, that's a classic. I
love that game. But I've rage quit it several times. It's hard.
It's the second and the third one especially is like ridiculously hard. I finished that one after 2 straight weeks of streaming that one, and it's not my cup of tea.
What is the pattern with this one?
There really isn't one. So, like, if you try to use your taunts, the only time you can get it is when they're stuck out of the vehicle like that. Any other time, Rocksteady will throw grenades at you. In between, there's not enough time to use your taunt to build up your special.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm on fire. Okay, this is hard. I just
hard.
keep getting a hit.
The Turtle Tenderizer is not an easy boss.
I'm almost done. I'm almost dead.
When you play the story mode, there's a they give you like objectives and levels to get extra points.
What do I have to
pick you up?
What do I do? Oh, you can pick me up.
Yeah, there we go.
That's a new feature that I didn't know of.
It's handy when you're trying to get through the game on hard mode if you're playing with somebody, because there is an achievement for getting through hard mode without a game over. But it definitely comes in handy, that's for sure.
So how do I hit continue?
Like if you die, you mean?
Yeah, it's counting down. I was trying to hit a button and it didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah, no, that's for me to pick you up. That's so if you die, I think your lives refill after every level on this mode. And I think you get 4 or 5 lives per level.
Oh, okay.
This ain't gonna be a walk in the park.
Or maybe that's the story mode where it does that. I don't know. Either or. We get credits to continue on this mode too, but we won't have to worry about that on this mode, I don't think. It's I think that boss is probably one of the worst ones in the game anyways. The final boss is a walk in the park.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Is that just bad design, or?
It's, well, I mean, it's... Once you see the pattern, you'll be like, okay, yeah, this is easy.
Ah, I see what you mean. Like,
I don't want to spoil the
intentionally
final boss.
No, no. What?
I'd love to see them do The Simpsons sequel like this game. And I would eat that up for days. That was it was such a good beat 'em up.
A surprising one too, because like,
yeah,
Simpsons. Like, you're not expecting the Simpsons.
Well, I remember,
to be
like I remember walking into my local 7-Eleven one day and the Simpsons game was sitting there, and I'm like, The Simpsons? Like, how the hell is that an arcade game? And then as soon as I went up to the screen, I'm like, oh yes, where's my money?
Right?
Yeah, that was.
I would always play as Marge because she had reach and she was pretty fast. I don't know if she actually was faster, but
if you did like this, like the jump and attack move, Homer had a kick that could clear things pretty good.
Ah, nice.
Bart was terrible because if you mash the attack button, he does a spin out on his skateboard and falls on the ground, and he's kind of useless. Him and Lisa, they were always the popular picks for people, but they really were probably the weakest characters in the game.
Oh, really?
Oh, they're terrible. Like, it's their reach and their attacks. They're just not... If you're going to play a beat 'em up, you want range and you want power, usually. Which is a lot of the time people will take Donatello. There, you can get that.
It says push button, but it doesn't tell you which one.
Push the start tool, let's go!
Push the start tool!
You'll want to stay up here by this tree.
Whoa, okay. Oh, awesome. Thanks for the heads up. Wow.
That's all good.
I used to laugh
Just
at
try to keep you alive, man.
all the Japanese games. They would, when you beat it, like you win the game and it would just say, game over.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a second. But I won!
Virtual Cop was the worst for that.
Game over.
And it had the worst... It was like the worst game over voice, too. Like, it was just like, oh my god, like earth-shattering.
Yeah, you remember that one, too.
It's like, if you were in an arcade, like, it would yell it, and even if you finish the game, it's like, shh! Like, everybody knows that I'm finished. Like, just stop.
Shh, be quiet, be quiet. Don't
Quiet,
put another
quiet.
quarter in and keep playing.
Could you at least say I completed it?
Oh,
shit, I should have told you.
I didn't know. I didn't know that was happening. They came so quick too.
Alright.
As soon as the warning.
Now watch out for these monkeys. They throw monkeypox at you. They're like, have some disease.
I saw that on Twitter. What was it the other week? It said it was trending. It was monkeypox is airborne.
Oh my god.
So I tweeted it out. I said monkeypox is airborne is the new. No, that wasn't me at that gay orgy.
So what? You cut one loose in public and everybody's got monkeypox?
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. Those damn bean burritos.
It's a group pizza. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, getting out of the way of that. Boom. Oh, what the heck hit me? That was weird. Oh, it's the
watch
monkeys.
out, there's more animals. More animals
monkey
coming up,
pox.
jump.
Whoop. Oh,
Yeah,
I
look out
still
for the
got
monkey
hit.
pox.
We got Krang's head.
Yeah, and it's we gotta fight Dirtbag, and I forget this other guy's name.
Who are these guys?
So they were latecomers to the turtle. Ground Shock and Dirtbag.
Okay.
So they were in the animated series. I think it was close to like season 9. Like they came near the end when people weren't really watching it anymore. I know their toys didn't sell very well, and they're quite collectible now.
Ah, I tried to do my taunt's not working. There we go. Oh, getting hit. Too much.
Oh! Hold on, you're gonna go down, man.
What is this? Oh, what? I didn't see that coming.
Okay, watch it too, because if you go down, it's gonna
I'm
be
down.
tough to pick you up. No.
Am I gonna have
See,
to
the
use
computer
continue?
players, it's kind of like the arcade when I say it tries to swallow your quarters. Like, if I try to pick you up, it's almost like
Oh!
the boss says,
You got it.
no, you don't.
I just keep getting wailed here.
Alright, ground check's down. Dirtbag's easy enough. You just stay away from him until he comes up.
Okay. Stay away from him until he comes up, and then whoop-ow!
Sneak attack.
And he's
and
dead.
down.
He did. He did.
He did.
Nice.
Oh, he did.
He
He blew up real good.
I love it. Love it.
Damn. What are we doing now?
Just checking that. Just having a look at the chat. Retro game. That's right. Ricky69. It's a remake of Retro Game. When did this come out? It's actually not that.
I think it was June.
Oh, so it's really recent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Not too long ago.
Oh.
It was either May or June. It was one of the two that it hit.
Oh, what? Getting more savvy. And of course, as usual, we're going to be hanging out in the Discord after the stream, so make sure you're part of the Discord. Me hanging out, having some wobbly pops. I got me some Coronas. This is the only Corona that's ever affected me, really.
Does it raise your temperature though? That's
It sure did. It sure did.
That's the $1 million question.
If you get enough of it, it'll give you a headache the next day.
Absolutely. Give you the chills.
Yeah, you're gonna need some greasy food in the morning. That'll make you feel
My
better.
God, that's greasy. All right, here we go.
Actually, I went to this restaurant in town we hadn't been to in a long time. It's a little bistro, and they use all natural ingredients and whatnot. And I had the huevos rancheros this morning, and
Ooh.
it was delish. Oh, you got it. Nice.
I'm gonna steal that.
No, that's fine.
Just because I can.
But holy, huevos rancheros, so good that I left a review on their site.
Nice.
I was very impressed. Loved it.
Is it like a mom and pop, or is it like franchise, or?
Nope, total mom and pop, like little independent place.
Oh, brick and mortar. Nice.
Yeah, love
Nice.
it.
That's good. See, that's the one thing I don't like about being in Calgary. Everything's franchise. Like, you get the odd mom and pop, but the cost of operating, they just can't survive here. So you don't see it as often. When I grew up in Winnipeg, everything was like a corner hole in the wall like that you just kind of walk into and hope for the best, and usually it turned out pretty good. Like it was always like barbecue joints and stuff like that.
I want to get my pizza. Oh, that's a different kind of pizza.
Yeah, that's kind of like in Turtles in Time. They have those ones with the bomb on it.
Ah,
They make you do your special.
but yeah. So Calgary's like a little America light.
Kind of, it's again, it's a big box thriving town because it's all about money here. And it's, I mean, back in the '90s when oil was booming, it's just people wanted to spend, so they bring in all these franchise groups to put everybody else out of business. So you're spending your money with them instead of others.
I see.
And then everything went belly up with oil, and now everybody's going, boy, I sure wish we had home mom and pop brick and mortar stores again. And it's like,
Well, yeah. Wouldn't it be nice, right?
it would be nice if you guys just thought about that before you got rid of them all. But it's not to say there isn't still brick and mortar. There is. It's just it's far and few.
Oh, I see. I see.
It's a little more of a challenge to find. And when you do find it, it's hard to find a place that's decent. Like, you'll hear from somebody, oh, you should go check out this place, and then you get there and there's like hair in the food, or people coughing on your dinner or something. Like it's I mean, like the one person who likes something maybe other people don't kind of thing. It's
I see.
It's personal preference, I guess, but I don't know. I just find, again, from growing up in Manitoba, where if you went somewhere, usually it was like you walked past somewhere and it's like, hey, let's check this place out. It's new, or I've never been here before, kind of thing. And now, like in Calgary, it's just like, hey, do you want to go to, Burger King?
Oh no, that's sad. That's really sad.
Right?
Or go to the Stampede and get your cricket hot dogs.
Well, that's why we look forward to it every year, because it's something different.
Cricket hot dogs or something different.
It's like, well, it's a change from McMuffins, I guess. It's
Ah, I got rats on me. I remember this character in the cartoon.
the Rat King.
Yeah.
He was one of those villains that I never understood. It's like Shredder was a trained ninja, and like you had guys who were mutated from things, and then this guy who was just like a homeless guy with a flute that hung out in the sewers and was crazy. Like he really didn't have any powers. He's just some bum who hangs out in the sewers, and he's like, I talk to rats, and it's like, well, because you're nuts. Right?
He's a rat bum.
Right? He's probably got like, I don't know, like lupus or something from hanging out in the sewers. Like he's got some kind of rare disease, and he's foaming in bacteria and just living off of rats. Scurvy, probably. He's probably got scurvy. That's probably rats, isn't it?
Scurvy. No, scurvy's from lack of vitamin C.
I like vitamin C, but didn't rats bring that on the ships back in the
No.
What was it rats brought on the ship? I've been drinking. What is it? What was the one that rats?
The rats brought the bubonic plague.
That's it, the plague, the dirty plague. Shit. So listen,
He got
truth be told,
monkeypox.
before
The king of East tasted.
before stream. I don't know what YouTube's rules are on alcohol, so I dumped out like 3/4 of this bottle of Diet Pepsi and filled it with Jack Daniels.
Oh, nice.
And boy, it's starting to hit me now. So
Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
the plague. The rats brought the plague. Goddamn. Okay. Oy. Oh, this is. Oh, I can't spoil the villain because I don't think you'll know who that is by the outline unless you're a hardcore
I didn't even look.
Turtles fan. It's a gooder.
It's a gooder.
It's a gooder if you like obscure villains. She was in one of the NES Turtles games, I believe.
She.
It's a she.
Oh, I'm trying to think of a Turtles villain. That's
Maybe it was Hyperstone Heist on the Genesis. I can't remember which one, but I know she was in one of them. And she was in the cartoon, but again, it was later in the series. And big villain in the comics too, if you ever read the comics. I didn't really read the comics till I was older, but there was two versions of the comics. There was the original Eastman and Laird comics that were like dark and gritty, and then the ones that Playmates co-signed for that had this look and feel to it off of the cartoon, so that kids could read the comic.
Where is he gonna go? Oh, there he is.
Party favors for
Ha You did. You did. Okay, I guess these guys will be an ongoing theme.
Yes. Yeah, you'll want to use a special move on these ones if you have one in stock.
Nice.
I believe it takes them down with one hit with the special.
I like how they just like the things like they're working behind the counter. Like soldiers.
Yep.
They have guys that are just like nonchalantly
All
coming out with
inconspicuous light.
with food. Like, they won't notice me.
Hi, would you like a donaire? Surprise! I'm a foot soldier.
Oh, Noob saying, "Damn, this is way so much easier with 2 players." I'll play with this with you, Noob. For sure.
When I was trying to do, there's an achievement for beating the game without a continue on hard mode, and I ran through the game about twice solo, and I tried to run it. It was tough, because some of the enemies,
You need that.
like you'll notice here, like the hit back from enemies is a lot more. They skip frames almost. These guys were the worst when I was playing through hard mode with the flails, but I found that like I forgot you could have people just join a game if you went online. So I started an online game, and by the end of my run, I had 6 people, well 5 including myself is 6, running the end of the game, and we ran it no problem on hard mode. But that's the way to go. Like the more people, the easier it gets for sure.
I need a pizza.
I believe there's one coming up.
Oh,
There's the punk frogs cut out.
what did the sushi do?
It gives you 10 points towards your body count so that you can get a 1-up.
I need a pizza.
Yes. So we're coming up to an escalator. There's a pizza at the top of the stairs. I'll be able to pick you up if you go down.
Nice suplex. I like that.
Power bomb.
These guys, you gotta. Ah! I'm down.
Or I'll get you. Hold on.
Yeah, the guys with the flails are hard. They suck your life out.
They're terrible. Yeah, they're terrible. All right. I believe the pizza's either here or it's. Oh, shoot.
Oh, now you're
It's
down.
behind that trash.
How do I get you up?
You're not. Well, it's gonna be tough with all those Mausers. You gotta hit your left bumper to get me up.
Ah.
There you go.
Give me a break.
You got.
Oh no!
And
but
there's
group
the
one, too.
pizza. And now I'm down.
You're down because I was down automatically, so it doesn't even get the counter, which sucks. If you could have held on another second there,
Nah.
that's all
one
right.
Of, one of those little
We got-
things.
we
I
got
forget-
lives.
forget what they're called.
I remember wanting this vehicle when I was a kid. I forget what they called this thing that the foot soldiers in, but it looked so cool as a toy. It was like, oh my god, Dad, get me that. I've already bought you everything else. Forget it. That and the blimp. Those were the 2 things I wanted as a kid that I never got. But I did get the sewer playset, and that thing was dope.
Oh, nice.
It was crazy. It was amazing. I loved it. And then, like, I saved it. And I remember going back to my folks' house when I was about, I don't know, 29 or 30. And the price on that thing was just starting to go up for collectors. And it was becoming harder to find. And I went over there.
Ooh.
And oh, here's the villain. I won't spoil it for you. The villain's name's on that arcade in the middle, even.
Oh, what?
Tempestra.
Tempestra.
Yeah, she's in the cartoon. She was in the comics too. She was a big thing in the comics.
What are we doing here? What is she? Oh.
She spawns Toka and Razar from the second movie.
Oh. Can you hit her while she's like this? No.
No. You have to take out Toka and Razar, and then she'll appear, and then you go after her. So yeah, I went to my folks' place to get my sewer playset, so I could put it with the rest of my collectibles, because that was around the time I started collecting like retro games and everything, and I was like, "God, I want my old sewer playset for, display in my gaming room." And I go back and I'm looking in their storage area, and I'm like, "Where's that box of toys that I left here?" My mom's like, "Oh, I threw it out ages ago." And it's like, "Wait, what?" And she says, "Yeah, it's just junk, right? Like you don't care about toys. You're 30 years old." It's like, Mom, do you have any idea how much that thing was worth?
Oh no.
I've heard many stories about parents doing that with like comics and old, rookie cards and things like that. And it was common.
Oh no. What's the fart cloud?
I guess it's just something. Or no, it's belching. Oh, because that's a callback to the second movie where they give them those frozen cubes that are supposed to turn them back into regular animals or whatever it is.
Okay.
And they start belching everywhere before Vanilla Ice shows up.
Yes.
to do the turtle rap.
Yeah, I had that album. I had it
Nice.
on cassette.
I don't care what anybody says about Vanilla Ice. That movie still holds up today, man. I watch that movie probably at least 2 or 3 times a year with my kids.
What happened to me?
Although the first one's definitely the better of the two. I don't talk about the third one. I just pretend that one doesn't exist. It's
The one where they go to Japan?
Like, yeah, that's kind of like the Last Jedi of turtle movies. It's like,
really
we don't
bad.
talk about that one. I've never actually sat through the whole thing. I remember I went to my cousin's place one night and they rented it from the video store, and like I was huge into Turtles as a kid, but like they turned it on and I started watching it, and within 20 minutes I was like, what is this? And just walked away and never looked at it again.
Oh yeah, he's in the stink. Party, dude. There we go.
There, she'll just need the one hit. There we go. Beauty, Clark. There's a beaut, Clark.
Nice. She did. We're both about to die there.
Hanging on by a thread. Or I think I was closer to death than you were, but not by much.
Oh, the game looks amazing, says Jelly Duck 100. Nice. Thanks, Jelly.
Oh, it's fantastic. If you've got
It's really good.
a console or a PC that'll support this game, get it. Support the guys who made this game. They need to make a sequel, I think. They did a good job.
Roof running reptile.
Okay, so they're slowly building Krang, and then we have to fight Krang at the end? That's the gist that I'm getting.
Nope. It's not. It's, well, kind of, but not.
Just walked right
I don't
into
want
that.
to ruin it.
Oh, these guys are horrible.
Yeah. Ranged weapons are never fun.
No. That's why Donatello is kind of OP in this game, or like in the original.
Yeah. Well, he had that reach, right?
Yeah.
You could just stand back. You didn't have to worry about getting smacked around.
I like the I call it the double dragon strategy, where you could just like walk down or up onto people. I just fell off.
Well, yeah, you don't want to do that.
And then you just grab, and when you grab, you just throw them off the screen.
Oh, God, it spawned me right on the edge. I walked off the building. Okay, here we go. Let's fix that.
Okay, that's a serious danger. There you go. Oh, something's falling. There we go.
I fell off the damn building.
Oh, these guys!
You guys and your hula hoops and your Pac-Man video games. I always thought it was funny that in the cartoon they made the foot soldiers. Oh, you can grab that pizza.
Nice.
They made the foot soldiers robots because they had to account for the violence.
Oh, is that what they did?
Yeah, so they couldn't have them fighting humans. It was the same thing in comics because, well, comics, they were actual ninjas. But anything that was commercially distributed had the Comic Books Authority code on it, saying that there was no blood, no graphic violence, which is why, like, anytime you bought like manga comics or again the Turtle comics, like I think it's the first 7 or 8 issues of the Laird and Eastman comics. They're really graphic, but it was independently published, so you got it through like independent comic stores and stuff like that, so they didn't have to worry about the Comic Books Authority code.
Who wrote the Comic Book Authority code? What is that?
So that came out in I believe it was the 1960s or the 1970s. Stan Lee and a few people over at DC Comics established the comic book code because they were saying that the comics were escapism and it was causing kids to outlive fantasies of violence. Or again, when they drew girls with, you know, big racks and hourglass figures and stuff, they said it's sexualizing people and things. So what they did was they decided to go to Congress and form the Comic Book Authority Code, saying that these are the guidelines that these comic books must follow in order to be published, so that parents could, kind of like the rating system in video games, right? Like, it was made to stop Congress and the United States from blocking the sales of comics, because at one point comics were going to go under as a result. Because it was kind of like the Wild West, and they were allowed to do whatever they want, right? Like, there was smut comics. Is that, like, you ever remember back in the day they had Heavy Metal?
Yeah, that cartoon.
And they had to start hiding those comics behind, like, with like the porn magazines at like convenience stores, because they couldn't be out on the shelves for kids to see and stuff. Like, it's kind of like that. Like, it's there's documentaries on it, and it's a really cool thing to actually look into and get a little bit of history behind it. But
I got suckered into that one.
I mean, Marvel almost went bankrupt several times in their lifetime. But the first time was because of the comic book code. They had to make the code, or else Congress was going to shut them down.
Really? Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's the same as like when Mortal Kombat Night Trap first hit the scene, and they had to make the ratings board because parents were like, "Oh, the violence."
I recall. Yeah.
My children's eyeballs. They can't look at this graphic violence. It's like, so they can go down the street and watch Nightmare on Elm Street, but they can't watch Mortal Kombat at an arcade. I gotcha.
Yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing. I loved all those what would you classify those as? They're not really horror. They're like monster horror, I guess.
Which, like,
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street? Oh, that's... I kind of call that comedic horror, if anything. But, it's... I guess you could call it monster horror, because, I mean, they had Mike Myers and Jason Voorhees and Chucky and all that stuff. So there was always the iconic villain, so to speak. But those movies were more funny than scary. Like, the dialogue in them was kind of like when you watched like Schwarzenegger movies and you had the one-liners and everything. Like,
right? They
always had those cheesy lines and the really dumb but funny ways of maiming and killing people. Like, it was... I like, it's such a good era to have grown up in, and I hate sounding like one of those old boomer guys, but it's like, when I look back, compared to now with the quality of movies they put out and how fast they crank things out, and it's like, even when movies were bad, we still enjoyed them.
Whoa, what the heck? Oh, I'm done.
Are you down?
No, almost though. I'm just trying to get my thing back. Oh, no.
Almost got Bebop down.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm down.
down.
I'm down. Slashers.
Oh.
Says Chris.
Slashers. Slashers was great. That, and like, there was really bad movies that were good, like that I still go back to and have a laugh with, like the Ghoulies and Critters, and like these really awful 80s and 90s, like, I guess you could call them horror movies. I didn't see
They're
the first
eating
Gremlins movie
her,
until like 5
and then
years
they're
ago.
gonna eat me. Oh
Yeah.
my god! I love those old movies. Garbage
see,
Day.
I remember going to a friend's house as a kid and seeing Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and that
Oh my
movie was
God.
just awful but good at the same time. It was so funny.
Panic in the sky.
So funny. I mean, the fact that they strip people's skin by
Well, that's
putting
one
them
way to
in
avoid
cotton candy cocoons. It was just, oh, it was so funny.
But yeah, it was
Such a classic.
it was all about the gags. You want to see like how
Yeah.
clever the makeup artists and stuff could be when putting
Well,
this
even
stuff
when you watch,
together.
what was
right?
that? What was that Roddy Roddy Piper one? They Live or whatever.
They
it
Live
is?
was so good. I was talking about that last night in my stream.
Yeah. That's. I mean, it's a classic, and it's so bad. Like even like I'm gonna sound so bad for this because everybody will be like, I can't believe you didn't see that until now. But I just watched Big Trouble in Little China for the first time a couple
Oh
months
no
ago.
way! That's such a good movie.
And it was one of those movies. Well, it was always like my friends would always talk about it, and I'd be like, "Well, then let's watch it." And they'd say, now let's watch something else." And I just never got around to it. So,
Oh yeah, I'd
put
be
it
up for
on.
watching that anytime.
and it's one of those movies that, I mean, I'll be honest, it hasn't aged very well. But
No.
when you watch it, it's like it's so bad, but it's good at the same time, right? Like it's a classic, but it's nothing to bark at, right? Like it's I don't know.
Those action movies were so good. Like Escape from New York.
Yep. Well, and what I found funny was Escape from LA was exactly the same. Like, same plot, same everything.
Oh.
But they made it a sequel. It's like, well, how do you do that twice? Like,
Yeah, it was just kind of cheesy, in my opinion. Escape from LA.
I definitely like this. I thought Escape from New York was definitely better than Escape from LA.
Yeah.
It's but they're identical. The movies are identical.
Yeah, they're just trying to ham up the whole like LA thing. Wow.
Yeah.
That's tricky. Okay, I'm just trying to catch with this. Ah!
I love the Sonic Adventure
Ah!
style music in this level. It's just hilarious.
I've got it turned down a little bit, so I mean the audience can hear it, but not
Yeah.
overbearing, so they can actually hear us talking over it.
I've got no audio. But that's
Killer Clowns from
because we're-
Space is a cinematic masterpiece. What are you talking about?
It is. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, look, I used to. So my brother-in-law, he used to get movies like that, like all these B-rated horror movies, and we'd watch. Like, he'd go to like the dollar store and find like DVD compilations that are like 18 movies in one DVD, and it's like,
Oh,
okay,
nice. You know it's gonna be
They're like
bad.
all
but,
these-
like so
Yeah,
good,
like-
bad.
there's all these movies. Like they had one called, I'll never forget it. It was called like The Undertaker and His Friends or something, and it was like a 1970s B-rated budget film, and like the last 20 minutes of the movie is this girl running like as fast as she can up a flight of stairs in an apartment building, and then it plays like you ever see that Family Guy episode where Stewie's following the fat guy with the tuba playing the music, and then he falls over. It's just like it's just a little walking tune kind of thing, but it's playing that kind of music.
Nice.
And this Undertaker guy is just slowly walking up the stairs, like below a walking pace. Like I'm gonna say, like almost like the crawl speed of a baby. And this lady's going like full tilt, and he just magically catches up to her on the roof as soon as she gets to the top of the stairs. And the dialogue is so terrible, but it's like one of those movies you watch, and it's like, I can't believe I just wasted an hour and a half with this movie, but it was so good because it was so bad.
It's like Sharknado. But Sharknado made it like it was really popular because of how bad it was.
Sharknado is that. You want to talk about monkeypox and bad viruses? That movie's a virus. God damn. I couldn't even appreciate. You know what it is? I can't stand Ian. Is it Ian Ziering? I know he hates being called Ian.
Who?
The guy who used to be on Beverly Hills 90210. The guy who plays the main character in that movie, in the Sharknado movies.
Oh, the Ginger on Beverly Hills.
Yeah. I think his name's Ian Ziering or something. Like,
They can't call him Ian. Is that a Hollywood
He gets
thing?
pissed off every time somebody calls him Ian, and it's funny because he was at Comic-Con the year Sharknado came out, and my wife despises this guy. Like, she's got Like, she doesn't hate anybody, but she hates this guy, right? Like, there's just something about him she doesn't like. And we were at Comic-Con, and I was standing around because I went to see, who was it? What's his name that played Apollo Creed? Damn, why is that on the tip of my tongue now? Because he's such a good actor, too. Who played Apollo Creed and Chubbs on Happy Gilmore? Carl Weathers. I went to see, Carl Weathers. So I was in line to see Carl Weathers, and I forget the guy's name who did the voice for Skeletor. I went to see him as well. And I'm in line for Carl Weathers, and Ian Ziering is sitting right across from us. And my wife comes over and she's talking to me about, like, hey, we need to go here. We're meeting so-and-so for dinner. And he looks at us while we're talking. And my wife's like, don't look at me, you piece of... like, he just kind of looks away like, what the hell? And she's like, I'm not normally like this. Like, she told my friend, she's like, I'm not like this, but I can't stand that guy. No, like, you don't even know him. Like, this poor guy, like, he was a Chippendales dancer. He can't pay his bills. He's hanging out at Comic-Con. His last hit was Sharknado. Like, cut him some slack. He's like, nope. No,
he has to call himself Ian. Screw that guy.
Screw that guy. He's like, nope. She's like, nope. We saw him on The Apprentice, and she couldn't stand him on that either, on Celebrity Apprentice. And she's like, yeah, get him out of here. I can't stand that guy. She's like, I don't hate anybody, but that guy can go right to hell. It's like, okay, well, I don't know what he ever did to you, but okay, that's...
He called himself Ian.
Poor Ian Ziering.
It reminds me of, have you ever seen, there's some comedian in Australia that does a Chopper Reed impression.
Yes. Yes.
And, he tells people to harden the fuck up.
What's his name? Yeah.
He's doing this a man on the street thing, and he's like, so I'm here to tell everyone to harden the fuck up. And he's like, you know, walking up to people. Oh, this person, he does this, harden the fuck up. And then he walks up to a guy. This is Stefan. His name is Stefan. Harden the fuck up, Stefan.
Stefan. Steven? Stefan?
That's crap. Yeah. But I have a friend named Stefan, so I joke about that one with him.
Every time I hear people correct somebody on a name, I always think of Beverly Hills Cop when he meets Serge, and he's like, it's Serge, not Surge. Sounds like a detergent. I think that was Balky from Perfect Strangers. That was Serge.
Oh, that guy's great.
I'm gonna sound really old now. But
I'm gonna sound really old. I always think when I hear that, I like people correcting a name. First thing that pops in my head is Young Frankenstein.
Yes, it's Frankenstein.
It's Frankenstein. I'm gonna take this one.
Such a classic. I know.
and it's like Frankenstein and Igor, right?
Yeah. Well, and it was such a good joke too, because that's the one misconception people make about Frankenstein is they think, like, they always think the monster's name is Frankenstein, and it's have you ever read the book or seen the movie? It's
Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein's the name of the doctor. Yeah. Here, I'll clear this.
Oh my gosh.
Good old meth pizza.
Oh, nice one.
The pizza's full of the COVID vaccine. That's just a side effect. You spin around and have seizures.
Don't get my channel pulled down, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. Mute the mic. Go back. Delete the VOD. Delete the VOD.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Oh, Unanimous Gamer, what's happening, man? Thanks for joining in. Oh, we got someone with size.
Is that a thing with YouTube? You can't say the word, the C word?
No, you're just not allowed to question the official.
Oh, you're not allowed to question. You can't question Supreme Leader.
On the V, on the hokey pokey. You're not allowed to say that does anything that isn't directly said. Whoa, that thing's gonna blow up.
I heard there was vitamin C in there. Oh, hold on.
Vitamin C.
I mean, it's all great, right? It's good.
Ooh,
bow to Supreme Leader.
Bow to the Supreme Leader. These guys gotta go.
Ronald McDonald. Oh, hold on. These I I was almost gonna sound racist. I was gonna say these black guys because they're in black outfits. The guys in black, you want to wait until they attack before you jump at them, because they always swipe before they jump, and then you can hit after they swipe. That's
Fair
the easiest way to avoid. Otherwise, they smack you around forever. Watch out for those guys in black.
Ah, about to go grab that guy. Are these the battle toads? Pop a balloon.
What are they called? The punk frogs, I think.
You get them to blow up.
You can pop them all if you want. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, is this not part of
just
the
wasting
mission?
time. No, you only have to pop one.
Oh. Fair enough. Fair enough.
There we go.
Put a lime twist in it, it's real good. Talking about the the jab.
Right? See, I should have opened up my phone or something while I was doing this so I could read the chat. I feel bad. I'm just looking at my screen. I can't see nothing.
Ah. Well, I'm looking at the chat for you.
That's okay. It's my bad.
Yeah, this is a bit of an unusual stream, but I definitely want to bring this over to your channel. I'm gonna bring this over to your channel next time. Because I like doing these beat 'em ups.
For using the C word?
No. Oh, I remember this character. This is the guy I guarantee.
I guarantee. Yeah, good old Leatherhead.
Oh, what am I doing over here doing that?
Hanging out on the bayou. Yeah, he was in Turtles in Time as well. I think you fought him on a train.
Yeah. Got-y. Nice, draining him pretty quick.
So I should have told you too. Your special move, you've got two of them. So you've got it where you hit your special, but if you jump and hit your special, it's a secondary kind of attack. So like one will usually do more damage on a boss than the other.
Oh, I see. Is the jumping one better on this boss?
For this one, probably just because he moves. See, like with that one, you only get the one hit and then he goes down, right? So he's got what's called I-frames, which is invincibility frames. If you do the jump move, it'll take off more health. This is stuff you realize when you, like, I watch a lot of speedrunners and stuff and they talk about these things, so like, I know to look for them, but I mean, I've also played the game God knows how many times now, so yeah, I'm just a nerd.
Unanimous Gamer says, so what are you guys' thoughts on politics?
Politics? I don't know anything about politics. Are you kidding? I don't know anything. I wouldn't know a darn thing about politics.
That's funny. You go into most game streams and you bring up politics and that would be like a taboo. No, you don't say that.
Oh, don't talk politics here, please. It's like, oh, shut up.
Yeah, that's all I do. I talk politics.
Right? I've been kicked out of so many channels.
I love the music.
I used to have I had an Orange Mad Bad emote on my Twitch at one point. And I'd go into people's channels and just post it just to see what would happen. And people are like, you're instantly banned. It's like, too bad.
Oh, how do you do this Shoryuken?
What, like
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
That's a raft move. So that's kind of like, see when you do that little spin when you're like that move you just did. That's the same. That's my version of it.
I see.
April's, she does like this spinning kick like Chun-Li and smacks people around. That's what I'm saying. She's like totally overpowered. Like you could juggle enemies for 4 hours with April. They completely overpowered her in this game.
To Mary Sue then.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing is, it's like I'm playing Ninja Turtles. I don't want to play as April. I want to play as one of the turtles.
Well, I mean,
even
it's kind
Casey
of
Jones,
cool.
it's like
it's kind of cool that you can play as April.
It's neat, but it's not like they should have just, I don't know. Like there's there's a game that is out. So there's a God, I keep stuttering over this. There's an engine called Open Bore or Open Beats of Rage, and it's it's devs that took or fans that took the Streets of Rage engine and put it into this system so that people can make their own beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
So there's tons of open bore games. There's a Masters of the Universe one. There's all different kinds of Streets of Rage ones. There's ones that people make with just their own characters. But they made one that was kind of like a sequel to all the Turtles games that was a little like this, and it was called Rescue Palooza. And there's tons of videos on YouTube about it. But they have April in that one, and she just swings her microphone around and hits people and stuff. But she's powered properly in that game, whereas this one she's just given all the tools to just smack people around.
Just
Splinter's
OP.
awful in this game. Yeah, Splinter is one of the worst people to use in this game. He's slow. Very slow.
Oh, well, yeah, you wouldn't want that.
Yeah, no, he's rotten.
I'm
There's a
digging
pizza
Michelangelo.
He's not bad. Leo's pretty good. Donatello, I like his little, like I've got the little laughing taunt. Donatello bends over to play Game Boy. It's classic. I love Donatello in this game. He's pretty good. Donatello was always what I called my money saver in the arcades because again, you just keep your distance and
Yeah.
smack people around.
It's that range game.
Yeah.
It'd be great to have Trudeau's Ninja Trudeau Turtle. It says J10 Cross. I forgot
He
she
wouldn't fight.
existed, to be honest. April. Well, April was like the main love interest of all four of them, right?
Yeah, that was a little creepy, wasn't it? Like, even in like the Michael Bay movies, like I don't know if you ever seen those garbage Turtles movies, but
No, it just
Like,
looked like trash to me.
Michelangelo is like super cringe in those movies. Like, April walks in and he's like, "Hey, you want me to whip it out?" Like that's practically how he behaves. Like it's terrible. It's so cringe. There's an Easter egg for you. If you look at the shredder on the TV, that's actually a scene from the NES game. After you finish the swimming level in the dam where you defuse all the bombs, Shredder kidnaps Splinter and tells you to come get him. And that is the same. That's the same scene, which is kind of neat. They put that in there.
Oh, nice. Party, dude.
Shut up and try.
I don't think there's anything there. No.
Oh, how do you avoid these things?
You kind of have to. It's like a pixel perfect jump. You kind of got to jump just before they hit the ground to get out of their way.
No, I missed that one. Nice.
Yeah, there we go. I think we're just about at the boss. There's not too much left. We're cruising along pretty good.
We
actually.
are cruising this game. It's crazy.
It's a little longer than the arcade games, but I mean it's to be expected from like a PC platformer game versus an arcade.
Yeah, it's amazing how, like, I remember spending hours and hours and hours on the arcade, but that was because we kept dying and having to start again.
Yeah.
That's a for both of us.
Yep. Little metalhead.
Metalhead. Nice. The Robo Turtle.
The turtles. Have a shot.
Oh, what am I doing?
I think that character was the reason I stopped reading the comics when I was a teenager because
Just suck?
so they built him in the comics and like the Turtles Donatello I think built him. And there's this issue where Rocksteady, I think it's either Bebop or I think it's Bebop that does it actually. He crushes Donatello's shell and kills him. And everybody's
what?
like, "Oh my god, they killed Donatello." And it's like, okay, they killed Donatello, but the thing in comics, like people die all the time in comics. They always come back. It's always a temporary thing.
Yeah, well, they're not gonna kill
they
off.
killed Well, yeah, so they kill off Donatello, and everybody's like, oh my god, and then in the next issue, they're like, hey, we found out a way to put Donatello's subconscious into Metalhead, and it's like, oh, come on, guys.
That's lame. That's lame.
That's really phoning it in. I stopped reading it at that point. I was like, I can't do this anymore. They just came out with a series in the comics called The Last Ronin, and
I want to see that. I want to see that. It's a one left.
Yeah,
but he has all their weapons.
Michelangelo's the last of the four, and he's angry, and like he's not like he's portrayed in the comics at all. And he's basically mutated further from where they are in this as they got older. Like it's in the future, obviously. Like I think he's about 40 something years old at the time.
Okay.
But it's written so well,
Nice.
and it's gory as hell. Like it's really well put together. I immediately went out and bought that series as soon as it ended. I wanted to wait until it was out, like fully, before I read it, and it was so good. I'd recommend anybody that if you love the Turtles, read that comic. It's such a good story.
Yeah, I actually do want to read that. I heard about it
It's
a few
fantastic.
weeks ago. J10 Cross
I'd like to
says,
see them-
pro Rocket League player. You guys should totally do a Rocket League stream for fun.
Rocket League.
It's fun for
What are we,
Friday night. Thoughts on
12?
Rocket League, Clyde? You should do a new game. Or you should do a game night, one per month.
Yeah,
I
there's
tried
an-
Rocket League. I suck balls at that game.
Yeah, I'm not. You know what? It's kind of like Fortnite. Like it's one of those games for like little kids. I find like it's. I know. I shouldn't say it like that because I know there's grown-ups who play it. That game, even Overwatch. Like I like Overwatch just to mess around with, but it's like you're playing all these sweat lords and.
Oh, is
kids.
that?
And I
Oh, okay,
just-
it's sweaty games.
I can't. Like Rocket League's one of those games that. I don't know. I personally can't get into it, but I mean, it's good for anybody who likes it. I just find it's like Fortnite to me, where it's like it's cartoony and kiddie, so that they get the little kids interested in it. But
It's Triceracop.
I could Triceraton.
Have you not seen Kung Fury?
Yes,
Yeah, Triceracop.
Triceracop.
I
Pepperman.
love. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's so good.
Right.
The only thing bad about that movie is that it's only a half an hour long. Oh, I got smushed.
Yeah.
Special delivery.
These green ones are a pain in the ass because they've got the shields.
Ah, no good.
So you usually, I spend this level taunting a lot, just to get my specials and knock them out.
Yeah. Get those guys out of there. Taunt it up. Nice.
I go smack them around a little. That's okay.
Nice. Nice, that works. I own a Rocket League team. It's very profitable. Oh, okay.
I wouldn't know. I don't know about that. Have you ever played like I don't know if you play like any of the current like Switch games or anything. Like Splatoon was another one of those games that was very kid oriented. I'm not a big fan of the game, but like once I start playing it, I just can't put it down.
The game looks really
Like,
fun,
it's-
actually.
It's fun, but it's so simple. Like you just spray your ink everywhere. Like it kind of reminds me of being 15 again, right? It's like, oh, I'm just gonna put my fluids everywhere and leave. But it's I don't know. It's a simple game, and it was one of those ones where it's like, it's not my cup of tea. But like it's like if I turn it on, it becomes my cup of tea, and I just can't stop playing the damn thing. It's a good game.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. For me, Mario Kart's like one of those games where you get into it and you just can't put it down. Like, I'll just do one race.
Mario
and then-
Kart. Yeah, Mario Kart's one of those games that cost me friendship, so I stopped playing.
Oh, what?
So-
Really? Is it that kind of game for you and your friends?
It's always, as soon as you bust out the blue shell, people are like, I don't like you anymore, get out.
What? Really? You just don't be don't be
yeah.
at the front.
You hear about people flipping the table during Monopoly and stuff like Mario Kart. It gets the people I play with, it gets nasty real
No
quick.
way. Because I used
Oh,
to,
yeah.
I used to sesh Mario Kart 64 all the time, and nobody got
Yeah.
angry. Well, I guess some people got angry. I got really good at it.
See, there you go. See, Clyde was the sweat lord. He's like, hey guys, come on, you want to play some Mario Kart? They're like, no,
Am I gonna be able to do this?
not with you, Clyde. You won't be able to pick me up.
Give me a break.
They won't allow it.
I'm gonna die myself.
I can't even get my taunt.
Shut up and punch.
There we go. Got her.
Ah, got it. Almost. I'm down now.
Hang on. Oh shit.
Get that guy out of there. There, get me up. Get me up. Smash Bros almost
stand
cost
still
me
for a sec.
friendships. Oh,
There,
what
I'll
is
give you
that?
some health.
Oh, what?
If you hit the left bumper, you can high five and transfer some of your health. So it's kind of like Contra, how you can give people lives.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, Smash Bros cost friendships. I could see that happening.
Oh yes. Yep. You ever see, like, if you go on YouTube, you can see like Evo rage quits, like when guys are doing it like professionally, and you see the guys who like smash their GameCube controllers on the floor and leave. Like it's. You ever see people be bad sports? That's where to watch it, man. That's a whole nother level.
Right? Oh, get out of here.
Little boys crying because they lost their tournament money.
Melee's huge though in the Evo world, right?
Yes. Well, they still say it's one of the best Smash games to date.
Yeah, they
And
still
I
bring
tend
out
to agree.
CRT screens for it and stuff. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the big.
The big bad.
It's like concentrate time.
Focus. Try to relax your anus.
I love that meme. What was
You ever
that? Yeah, it's just some guy
I
on a
think it was-
stage.
I don't know if it was like a rave or if it was like one of those reality shows like America's Got Talent where some guy just threw it in the middle of something. Because like, as soon as it comes on, everybody in the crowd's like, "What?
What?
Did I hear that right?" Yeah, I don't know what it was, but
Oh,
damn,
dude,
it
that was
funny.
too easy. We just worked that guy.
Yeah.
Triceratops.
Oh. Okay, what do we got now? I think we only got like 3 levels left or so.
Really?
I think so. What level is this? I know there's 16, but
Meanwhile, back
we're
at
on
the
12.
range.
Okay. 16 is technically just a boss fight, so there's 3 levels and a boss left.
Oh, it's the bug guy.
Baxter.
Baxter, that's right.
It's funny, again, when I go back to the Michael Bay movies, the second one, which was also garbage tier, Tyler Perry plays Baxter Stockman. And my brother-in-law, who claims to be like all up on the comics, I remember watching it with him, and he's like, I don't understand why they race swap Baxter Stockman. And I said, what are you talking about? He goes, well, because it's Tyler Perry. And I'm like, well, where did they race swap him? He's like, well, because he's white in the cartoon. And I'm like, yeah, in the cartoon he was whitewashed. I'm like, he was black in the comics. He's like,
Oh, was he?
really? I didn't know that. It's like, oh yeah, Baxter, he was, he almost looked like Tyler Perry in the comics, actually. I thought that was really good casting on their part for the movie. But the movie was just garbage. Like, it was just horrible. It's,
Well, that's just unfortunate.
there's something about those Michael Bay movies. It's just, I think it's the look of the Turtles that did it for me. Like, the second movie was great because it had the Technodrome, it had Krang, it had all this great stuff. Like, even Stephen Amell, like, I really liked Arrow when it was on TV, and Stephen Amell was good as Casey Jones. But it was the fact that the Turtles looked so ridiculous. Again, just like the new toys. It's like, I can't... Somebody put out like a Photoshop where they took the heads off of the 1989 movie Turtles and put them on the Michael Bay ones. And they're like, we'll keep the bodies the same, everything the same, just change the head. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, if they would have done that, I would have went and seen the movie and I would have enjoyed it probably. Like, it visually looked a lot better.
Really?
Oh, so much better. It's kind of like, did you ever see the original Sonic the Hedgehog trailer?
Yeah,
when
really bad.
they tried to make him look human, almost, and it looked horrible. And I'm so glad they listened to the fan outrage and said we're going to change it.
Right? For
It-
once,
it's-
they actually listened to the people that are buying the thing.
And it's one of those movies where it's like, you know what? I took my kids to see it. I enjoy it. It's fun for a family flick, right? Like it's something I could sit down and watch with my kids and lose myself for a couple hours. It's not, deep content or anything, but it's a fun popcorn flick. But
Yeah, I watched it
when
with
I
little
watched it-
Rose, and she loved it.
Yeah, so when I watch it with my kids, it's like, okay, so I ask myself if they would have kept him the same as that first trailer. I
would've
don't
sucked.
think I'd have enjoyed it as much. Because
weird.
the whole time, it's kind of like in Austin Powers when he looks at the guy with the mole, and he's just fixated on it, like he's just like, mole. Like, that's how I look every time Sonic was on the screen. Yeah, every time Sonic was on the screen, I'd just be like, I can't stop staring at how stupid he looks. Like,
Apparently, Mike Myers did that scene because he had a mole, and it was like a self-conscious thing that he had.
oh, really?
Yeah,
That's hilarious. I had no idea.
and somebody
It's funny.
pointed it out to him, and it was so distracting apparently to the person. And so he made that a thing in Austin Powers. Yeah,
God, those movies are great. I love those movies.
yeah, they're funny. Back when you could just do comedy and not worry about people being offended.
Oh, I was talking to my wife last week about that. I said there's so many movies today that from the past, I mean, that you couldn't make today. Like Tropic Thunder. Like, you could not make Tropic Thunder today with the internet community just spewing all over it and getting mad at Robert Downey Jr. and canceling
Right.
people. It wouldn't happen. Even though, and Tropic Thunder's not that old.
No,
Right?
it's not
Like,
that
what,
old.
like 10 years ago? Like, it just surprises me how much things have changed into this PC culture that you can't divide comedy and entertainment from actual attacks on people.
Right.
It's like, if you ever go see a comedian, I think, like, I took my old man back in May to see John Cleese.
Oh, nice.
Because he was here doing it was a show, but it's not like a stand-up show. He talks about his experiences in Monty Python and a lot of the woke material that's out today and why it doesn't work and his problem with it, which is kind of cool because it's kind of an intimate setting. I think there was only about 500 or 600 people there when we went. It was a really cool show. His daughter did stand-up comedy and opened for him, and actually she's quite funny. You don't even realize it's his daughter until halfway through the show when she comes back on stage and he's like, "This is my daughter." It's like, oh my god, I had no idea. But it was a really cool show because he talks a lot about woke culture, and he says he was telling like bland woke jokes where it was like, what happens when a turtle crosses the road? And they're like, nothing, because it's a turtle. And then he sits in silence and he's like, do you see how that's not funny at all? Like, he says the woke crowd thinks that's hilarious. And he says, and it's just not. He says, you can't have comedy anymore. You can't say anything. You can't do anything. And he went really in depth with it, but it was so good. I wish he'd put it out on like a DVD or something because, well, I shouldn't say DVD, but like a Netflix special or something like that. Just because it would be really cool for everybody to be able to see that because it was so spot on. And I can't remember exactly what he said, but he really nailed it. It was a really good show anyway. But
Well, it was John
good
Cleese
old
that said
John Cleese.
every joke has a little bit of malice in it, and it's just the way it is.
of course it does. But he was talking about, like, at one point he was talking about how, like, when he was in Monty Python, like, they'd make fun of the Irish because one guy was Irish, and they'd make fun of English over Scottish and things like that. Like, my old man, he loves that dry British humor because he's from Scotland. That's kind of his thing. And I grew up watching Monty Python because he loved Monty Python.
Oh crap!
So, like, I get the humor as well, but it's like, I won't say the jokes he was saying, obviously, because this is, live YouTube, and I don't want to say anything offensive. But I mean, they were funny jokes, but it's like, if you told them outside of that show, and I'm sure there were people at that show that were offended or that were like, oh my god, I can't believe he said that. And it's like, but at the end of the day, it's just comedy, right? Like, Dave Chappelle said a while ago, you keep telling me what I can't say, and it just makes me want to say it more.
Yep.
And it's true, right? Like, as soon as you start censoring people, it's kind of like when you told your kids, or I guess when people told us as kids, don't smoke. You know, it's bad for you. Everybody would go out and smoke cigarettes because it's. How come I'm being told not to do that, right? Like it's
Exactly.
Oh, here we go, Krang's body.
Whimsical Renegade says defund the thought police.
Are they funded?
Yeah, right. Well, Hollywood.
If so, where can I get their funding? Because that's I'd like to tap into that.
Right.
I'll give you some thoughts.
Bogdan
What is
Weiss. Bogdan Weiss says people need to reclaim their balls and brains.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What is it? Quick Dick McDicko. He says, "I'll give you my toonie," because these days 2 cents doesn't buy you nothing.
Yeah, right. I like that guy.
He's great. Oh, he's fantastic.
Oof.
Yeah, his video on nitrogen. I know you talked about that on one of your videos. I'd seen it actually the day before you did your video.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm so glad Clyde covered that because it was such a good video.
Yeah, I
Like,
just
it
wanted
just
to get
shows-
more information and get people to go watch it, right?
Well, and it shows the blatant hypocrisy of everything, right? Like it's what I like is that he's an actual farmer explaining how they use specialists and how they balance their chemicals and how, you know, they're trying to watch their yields and everything, so that it's not just somebody with an opinion. You know, it's somebody who actually does this for a living who's speaking out with fact, right? Because every time you say something, people are, I hate it when I'm talking to somebody and they're like, what's your source? It's like, oh, stop.
Source. They don't even say what's your source. They just say source. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's like I shouldn't have to go on the internet and pull an article for you just to carry on this conversation. Like, just go do your own research, man.
But the thing is, as soon as you give them a source, then they're not happy with the source that you give.
Oh, that's the funny. Like, one of my friends always said to me, like, there was something I did to my niece. I said something. I think I used the R word in front of my niece, and she's like, "You can't say that." And I apologized, and my nephew said, "Don't ever apologize to those people." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "Because," he says, "I know that's my sister, but don't." He's like, as soon as you apologize, they'll never let it go, and they never stop. It's never enough, and it's true. Like, even online, like when you see people who do things and then 2 minutes later they apologize, like I know nobody really wants the apology, but you think about guys like Will Smith. Like, if he came out, well, he had an apology video, and everybody's like, "Ah, shut up!" Like, they didn't care. His apology wasn't enough. It's never going to be enough.
What did he apologize for?
For smacking what's his face, Chris Rock.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris Rock?
Well, that was the thing. Everybody's going, like, so when you see the video, like, he comes in and sits down. It's a 5-minute video, but he comes in and there's multiple camera angles and stuff, and it's like, okay, so he's got a film crew, and he's obviously got somebody who wrote a script as to what to say, like a PR guy or whatever, and he's sitting there going, I've been sitting here thinking about things. It's like, it's 5 months later. It took you 5 months to apologize publicly for what you did. Like, why didn't you apologize when you were getting your Oscar? Yeah. Well, it happened in February, right? Like, it was... It's... I mean, it doesn't feel like it's been 5 months, but...
No, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago.
He says in the video, he's like, I tried to reach out to Chris. He doesn't want to talk right now, and I'm going to have to live with that. And
no, you didn't.
He says when he's ready to talk, he'll reach out. It's like... but if he's not going to take your apology, why should everybody else, right? Like,
exactly.
Oh, that guy. I mean, I feel bad for Will Smith because it's like, when he hit him, I was like, well, because I was like, damn, man, like, here's the thing. He's in his own situation with his wife and what he allows her to do or doesn't want her doing. He says he's cool with it, but you know he's not.
No, he's not.
It's obviously harming his home life and his life with his kids. He feels trapped. And I go, you know, like, you're bringing it on yourself by staying, but at the same time, it's like, poor guy. He's got to sit there and live with that and handle all that and still go out and make appearances and act like he's cool with things. And I mean, look,
you make your bed.
He's got enough money in the bank. But that's just kind of it. I was just gonna say that. Like, he makes enough money that I don't really feel completely sorry for him. It's not like, oh man, like, I wish I could help Will Smith. It's like, nah, that guy, he's free to leave at any time and rebuild his life and move on. But I get there's kids involved and there's things that he's probably not wanting to live without. But I mean, like you said, you made your bed, right?
Yeah, lay in it. Like, if you're gonna let some narcissist, you know, manipulate you, and then, I mean,
oh, she's the devil too.
yeah,
Like,
it's absolutely
she
the
is just
devil.
ruthless, absolutely ruthless.
If you're gonna put up with that, well, that's you, man.
Did you see the leaked video?
Don't make everyone else's life horrible because you're gonna put up with that kind of thing.
Well, did you see the video from her iPhone where she's telling
Yeah, I did.
him to tell everyone
I
about
did.
their doctor's meeting? It's like, wow, she is just like cutting him off at the knees, man. Like, she just would not leave him alone. And I'm like, how do you stay married to that? Like, how do you
don't.
go home
You
at night
don't.
and say, I'm
how do
happy,
you
right?
how do you get married to that? That's the thing.
Well-
People want, or Will Smith wants people to think that he's a good judge of character. Well, that's
Yeah.
number one that he ain't.
Oh, look at that, right?
You know
Like,
what I mean?
it's I don't know how that guy could look in the mirror and respect himself. At the end, like, if I was married to something like that, I'd look in the mirror and be like, what am I doing? Right? Like, what am I really doing here?
Bald
I'll let you
devil.
think about it. Bald devil.
That's why I love my chat.
I mean, Chris Rock did not deserve to get slapped for that, but I mean, that's again where comedy,
No,
you
but-
can't do comedy anymore, right?
But where Chris Rock did the right thing is he didn't freak out. He
Oh, he took it like a champ.
took it like a champ,
He,
made fun of the situation. Ouch.
Well, and he did such a good job that when it ended, like, I remember I was flipping through the channels when that happened, and I caught it right as it happened. And I remember looking at it going, wait, is that a gag? Like, is that a scripted? Like, it looked scripted. And
Right.
you had people questioning it for the next 2 hours if it was scripted or real, until the reports came out that Chris Rock said not to contact the police or whatever. But it's like, that's how well he took it on the chin to say, I'm not going to make a big scene out of it and I'm going to get on with my job.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know too many people that could be that professional, man. Like, that was, I mean, good on him, but yeah, he did not deserve
I thought it was great. So somebody tried to attack Chappelle, and then Chris Rock was there.
Yes.
And Chris Rock jumped on the stage.
This
He's
movie-
like, "Was that Will Smith?" That's funny. That
That
funny.
was the best burn ever. Like, I seen that and I was just like, oh, what a comeback. Even if it was like a month later, like, oh, it was so perfect.
But that's what that did. Is it opened the door for that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Well,
And-
it excuses it, right? It says it's so, and that guy got off too. Like, they let him out the next day.
That's crazy. Well, he didn't really
I mean,
get
he was in the
off because
hospital.
he got
Yeah.
beat bad.
Oh,
man.
he got a whooping.
They,
Like,
they
that-
put his
Chappelle's guys.
they put his elbow on backwards.
I remember seeing a video where it shows the guy jump on stage, and then they cut to the scene from Chappelle's show where he's dressed up like Rick James, and he goes, "Security!" And you see them holding down Charlie
Oh, is
Murphy
this
while he's
Shredder?
punching him in the stomach.
Oh, who's this guy? Robo Shredder.
This is Chromdo.
oh,
He was
okay.
in Turtles Tournament Fighters. So this one will remind you a lot of Turtles in Time. This is a tricky one. You got to try and stay alive.
Oh, I see. Okay, here we go.
So you want
So
to
just foot soldiers and you throw them at it.
Oh no, I keep suplexing instead of throwing. And then we go at him.
Nice. Okay, this is pretty good nostalgia here.
Yeah. So you can't hit him in this phase. I was gonna say mode, but in this phase you can't hit him.
Oh, okay.
You gotta wait until you throw a guy. God, stop suplexing, Raph.
Oh,
Stop it.
what
Why
are you
does he
doing?
keep I'm gonna let. I don't know. I'm just hitting the button and he's suplexing. I'll let you do it.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, I thought you couldn't hit him in this mode.
You can't. Well, you can. So you can hit him temporarily because you throw the guy at him, right? And then you can hit him for a few shots. Stop it, Raph! God. There you go.
Oh,
Keep going. I'll get up. I'll get up. He's not gonna let you pick me up, I don't think.
I done it. What? Oh, I was right there.
No. You were right there. Yeah. Yeah, the game does not like letting you pick people up at the boss fights.
Oh, I see. I'm about to get it. Oh, I'm down. I'm down now.
Oh, come on, man. Stop!
No, ain't happening.
God damn it. I can't stop suplexing people, man.
You gotta push down and,
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, and he's suplexing.
keep getting hit.
There we go. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, you get 3 or 4 hits on him, and then he goes back into his little invulnerable state.
Ugh. What the heck? There we go.
That's okay. I got 5 lives.
Come on.
Keep going.
Throw. There we go.
Just give her.
Give me a break. Party, dude.
Yeah, anywhere in the game, this is where I spend my lives because it's just such an aggravating fight.
Right here, yeah, I'm dying hard. Nice. You got it. Okay, I'm going back. Ugh. This bit's frustrating. Suplex.
Yeah, I hate it because you gotta hit and then walk over.
There we go.
How to juice, bro. Party, dude.
There we go. Boom. Done. Yeah.
There we go. Beauty.
Nice.
Oh, he did. He did.
Nice. He did.
Oh, that is strong. Oh shit. Okay.
I'm jealous because I put down the Coronas.
Crash Shredder's party.
Don't be
to the
jealous.
stream. We're gonna be
I'm
hanging out
surprised
in
I'm
the,
keeping
in
it
the
together.
Discord
and not
after this.
Ghost arch enemies.
Oh, yeah. Come on, you should know who this boss is. Just like looking at him.
Looks like we're in a video.
That's the snapping turtle one, right?
Slash. Yeah, that's Slash.
Okay, this is just the asteroids level, bullet hell.
I guess, yeah. It's like a half. I think we ride half the level on these boards, and then half of it's a beat 'em up.
Oh god. Oh, okay. Oh, we're still on the boards. Oh, now we're going off.
Dynamite strike.
What is going on here? Oh,
Tire wrenches.
what are these things?
Dash, buddy.
Oh, they're one shot.
Dynamite strike. Shut up.
Come on, man.
Okay, this is a weird level. You got these organic things all around.
It kind of reminds me, if you've ever played the old X-Men arcade game, it's kind of like that level where you're in the Savage Lands
Yes.
fighting the dinosaur men, I guess you could call them. They've got like reptile
Really?
heads.
Yeah, really just bizarre.
Oh, here's the pizza monsters.
Try one of these sides.
You want to use your special on these guys because they pop up and they're impossible to hit.
Party, dude. Nunchuck party. Party.
Oh, nice timing.
Party, dude. Hi-ya.
Nice.
Party, dude.
These guys have a lot of health to them.
Yeah. Although it's cool to see them at a regular size because in Turtles in Time they're massive. They look like the xenomorphs from Aliens almost.
Yeah.
Party, dude.
I think that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Oh. Nice timing.
Yeah, it's tricky with those ones because if you don't hit them while they're in there, they go back underground, right? So that's why I typically use my special when they come out. It's just, it makes it easier. It's hassle-free that way. Oh, there's a meth pizza.
Ooh, meth pizza. Oh, I go to get it and he... Okay, that's just getting annoying. Give me that meth pizza.
Party favors for every foot. Not so fast, oh, how to juice. Party dude.
There we go.
Party dude.
Okay, now I'm dying. I need a real pizza.
Here, I'll give you some health. Hold on. Let me, give him some health. There we
Oh,
go.
almost got hit by that thing.
Special delivery.
They're like boomerang tire irons.
Boomer Coangers, yeah.
These guys are my least favorite. These,
The rock generals.
yeah. You gotta just
Yeah, the
keep
ones with the
using
rocket
same
launchers
move
and
that-
Turtles in Time were always my least favorite.
Like that.
God damn, dude, I gotta give you more health already?
Yeah, I know.
Come on, why?
I just
man.
lost it. What you just gave me, I just lost. You can juggle that.
There should be a group, pizza up here.
Oh, I'm just landing in the fire. Oh.
Beauty. That's what we needed. Come on, where's
All
that
right.
group pizza? It's gotta be over here somewhere.
Oh no. That killed me.
Get off me!
Dang it.
I gotcha.
No!
No, I don't. Son of a.
We both died.
I hate how, like, if you're perfectly healthy, they'll just kind of walk around the screen, but as soon as, like, the game sees you trying to pick somebody up, they're like, oh, no, you don't. No.
Yeah, right? Oof. There we go.
Shut up and punch on.
Group pizza,
There's that-
just
there it
in
is.
time, right?
Yeah.
Nice. There we are.
Giggity. This one's not too
Slash.
tough. He's pretty easy.
Oh. Oof. Yeah, I'm just not getting the timing right here. Oh,
That's okay.
oof. I hate swing music, he said. Why am I doing that there?
Gotta love the one-liners.
Oh, he's almost got it.
Got him.
Done.
He
Done.
did.
Nice. Lawn darts. Now that's a real toy with real stakes.
Right? Everybody run!
Those red dudes look like Deadpool. Yeah, they do actually. They do.
A little bit, yeah.
Let's get down to business.
All right, here we go.
Oh, we're getting down to business right now.
Technically, this is the last stage, and then it's the boss fight. But there's 2 stages if you count it, I guess. But yeah, we'll be done in 10 minutes.
So we're fighting Krang.
Krang!
Why does it feel like the baddies are getting harder?
They do towards the end, but that's where, like I'm saying, like you notice how like if you try to jump kick them, they'll punch back at you right as you're about to hit them.
Yeah, that's what I've been
If you put
getting.
the game on, yeah, if you put the game on hard mode, it doesn't matter if you just like approach them or use some of your best moves, they'll smack you around. Like that's where, like it's the same game, but that's how they turn up the difficulty.
Nunchuck party!
Oh,
thing's
I was
so good.
out of that. I wasn't in the frames. Come on. Give me a break.
Party, dude! Special delivery!
Haha.
Every time I hear "Give Me a Break," I always think of that Christian Bale freak out that he had on Terminator. He's,
Oh, yeah.
off the set. Do you ever see the Family Guy one when they had Peter Griffin in there instead of the guy that Christian Bale was actually yelling at?
No.
And he's like, I want you off the set. He's like, God, I'm sorry. He's like, what are you doing walking around going da 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 da? He's like, oh, I wanted to hang some Christmas lights. It looked like a nice place. And like, it's like, it's the funniest thing ever. He's like, I want you fired. He's like, you have such a potty mouth. But Seth MacFarlane didn't pull any punches on that one, and it was so good. It hit so hard. It was a classic.
The thing I thought was the funniest in this freak out is he's ragging about the guy not being professional. It's like, well,
And what are you doing?
yeah, exactly. What the hell?
Calling the kettle black there, buddy.
I'm so done with you. You're so unprofessional. Like, what?
You're a
what?
nice guy. You're a nice guy, but I just can't do this. That was awful.
Yeah, some actors are just divas. It's crazy.
Oh.
Oh, what? I
um,
was not
somebody
expecting that.
I forget who it was that was in an interview, and they're like, if you've ever seen Tom Cruise playing Les Grossman in Tropic Thunder, they're like, that's what he's like in real life. It's like, no, he's not. Come on, it's not that bad. And people are like, yeah, working with him, especially during lockdown when they were filming, I think it was Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I heard he was like really bad about.
Oh,
like,
he was
masks
real bad.
and-
But well, because they had to carry extra insurance and pay all this extra on top of their budgets just to be able to film and get permits. And I get it. You know, he was trying to make sure that they don't get shut down or they don't, because
Oh.
he's probably promised a lot to his studio at the same time, right? He said, we're going to get it done. And
Yeah.
but at the same aspect, it's like, you got to learn to control yourself, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Bummer, dudes.
Christian Bale ever return those videotapes? What do you... That's what the chat's asking. I don't know about the videotapes.
I don't know what that is.
Set these off. How did I just fall off this? What?
That was weird. That was really weird.
Yeah,
Can't say I've seen that before.
I'm not a fan of these spiky things. I'm not a fan of them.
I think that's like the prerequisite for any villain layer. It's like, do you want floor spikes? Yes.
Yeah, it's gotta have timed floor spikes.
For every
Floor spikes, lasers, and freeze rays.
Let them just get taken out by those things.
Yeah. Just let stupidity take its course.
party,
Ah, did not see that guy there.
As soon as you said I did not see that, I was thinking that. I watched, what is it, Jojo Rabbit the other day? Have you seen that movie?
Jojo Rabbit? No.
Yeah. Oh, it is such a good movie. I don't like Taika Waititi. I'm not a fan of him, except when
who
he's
that
doing
is.
Korg. Taika Waititi, he's that New Zealand director. You ever seen the Thor movie? Have you seen Thor Ragnarok
Yeah?
with Korg? Yeah, he does the voice for Korg. He goes, hey man, my name's Korg. Amita Brooks, as you can
Oh,
see.
I've never seen the actual actor that plays that.
Oh yeah, so Taika Waititi directed Thor Ragnarok. He made Jojo Rabbit, and it's about a kid in World War II who's being indoctrinated by the Nazis, and it's all about how he's being led through propaganda to join the Reich and everything else. And it's a really good movie. Scarlett Johansson plays Jojo Rabbit's mother. Taika Waititi plays. He's got an imaginary friend that looks like Adolf Hitler, and Taika Waititi plays Adolf Hitler. And it's a really good movie. Like I won't blow the movie because it won awards and everything. Like it was and it's well deserving of it. But so like they have it's kind of like watching Anne Frank. Like they have a Jewish girl hiding in their attic, and the whole movie is about him trying to learn to understand Jewish people rather than hate them. But whenever he talks to her, he leaves the room, and then his invisible Hitler friend shows up and tries to say, "What are you doing?" It's funny. Like it has really funny moments, but it's serious and good at the same time.
Yeah.
And it does a really good job of showing 1940s Germany, and what they were doing to children. And I would highly recommend. I think it's either on Netflix or Prime that I watched it on, but it's definitely worth a watch.
Okay. I
It's
don't
a
have
good movie.
Netflix
People have
anymore. I
been-
canceled my Netflix.
Oh, that's right. You canceled it. I remember you saying that. That was, yeah. If you're ever even shouting "yo ho ho" on the internet, you could. It's. If you ever see it somewhere, I'm just saying, check it out. It's one of those movies that people. It was kind of like The Big Lebowski, where people kept telling me you have to see this, and you sit down and watch it, and you're like, man, I wished I'd have seen it earlier because it was that good. Like
Big Lebowski is
really
great.
well done.
I saw that when it first came
Big
out.
Lebowski is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Jack Nicholson was the best Joker of all time, says Hellfire.
No,
Hellfire.
come on.
They're all brains and no guts.
Mark
Who's-
Hamill was the best Joker.
Yeah, Mark Hamill is the best Joker.
Hello, Gotham. Oh, I love Mark Hamill's Joker. Although he does that voice for every cartoon character he does now. Like it's
Yeah,
a little
that's
old.
kind of sad. That's kind of sad.
It's I tried to watch the new woke Masters of the Universe with my son.
Oh, no
he
way.
does-
Not gonna do it.
He does Skeletor's voice in that, and it's the Joker, right? Like it's terrible.
It's the Joker.
It is. It's totally the Joker's voice with just like a little depth to it. It's like Mark Hamill doesn't have a lot of range, which is fine. I mean, I do like him as the Joker though.
Yeah, he's a great
Like the
Joker.
Arkham video games are fantastic just because he's a part of that.
Big time. Big time.
But he, yeah, that woke Masters of the Universe was horrible, absolutely horrible. And I had such high hopes for it too because it was Kevin Smith, and I'm like, I hope because he worked in comics, like he'll have some respect for it.
I don't think anything Kevin Smith touches is good.
No, it's. I mean, I like the original Clerks. Like I thought that was good. Clerks 2 was pretty good, but a lot of his stuff, it's like it's one-liners and fart jokes. Like it's just.
Yeah. Well, that's woke. That's woke
it's-
comedy.
Yeah.
It's like if it's vulgar, it's funny. It's like
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, my son, like
Cool
my
though.
son and I.
That was quick.
Again, when you look at like my Masters of the Universe stuff behind me, I know it doesn't show a lot of it, but I've got tons.
That's
my
what Joe
son was
Lehman saying in the
watching-
chat. He says, didn't they make a second remake of the Masters of the Universe?
Kinda. So there's like a CG version for kids, and then there's the one that Kevin Smith made that is like made by the same people that did the Castlevania series on Netflix, and it's more like an anime type animation. And like my son got excited when we saw the trailer for it because I thought like they didn't really show any of the woke stuff. It was like you saw all the
Right.
vehicles, you saw all the characters. They were playing that, what is it, Bonnie, whatever that sings "I Need a Hero." It's like, oh my god, it's so 80s. And like my son and I shown him, he's watched all the original 80s Masters of the Universe cartoons, and my daughter watched She-Ra, like the original She-Ra, not the woke Netflix She-Ra. And my son was like, just before 2020, he kept saying, I wish they'd make those toys because I really want to play with them. And we'd go to stores because, again, I collected toys, and I'd buy him like ones they had in baggies that, you know, people sold for like $5 each kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
but he really wanted to buy these figures. So when they re-released the toys in 2020, I wanted to collect them because of my nostalgia for Masters of the Universe. So I told my son, I said, I'll tell you what, we'll go looking for them, and we'll buy 2 of everything, right? I'll keep mine sealed for my collection, and then you get to play with them and have fun with them and everything else, and open yours. So like we bought him the Newcastle
Shredder's done,
we
dude.
bought him all
We
the
just-
figures.
We didn't even flinch on that one.
He's pretty simple. So, needless to say, he was really excited when this Kevin Smith one came out, and we got 1 episode in, and my son walked away. He was like, "I can't watch this." And he's 5, and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't blame you." And I sat through it. I tried to watch it just to see what it was all about, and when it was all done, I was like, "What a waste of time!" Like it was just garbage.
The Statue of Liberty's at risk again.
Absolutely.
He's wearing a mask.
It's got those 80s visors. The Ghostbusters are inside with the pink slime.
Wrath of the Lady. The Wrath of... Oh, we're fighting the Statue of Liberty?
Let's stop those foot.
No way. Welcome back, Zone Ain't Chim. Frank Miller is a nice guy. I met him once. Real funny and down to earth. He's a conservative. Oh, cool.
Frank Miller, like the comic artist Frank Miller?
That's what I'm assuming.
Like The Dark Knight Rises? Or Dark Knight Returns, not The Dark Knight Rises, what am I saying?
Okay, is there like a good strategy where you don't get injured?
Yeah, so those ones you want to jump over, this, stand up, out of the way. If you get hit by that laser, it's a 1-hit kill.
I'm dead.
So you want to stand at the top for those.
Okay.
As soon as it opens its mouth, just go to the top. Special moves don't do a ton on this thing. We're gonna have to fight a few foot soldiers, and then it'll come back, and we just smack it around. That's basically
okay.
it.
And just avoid the fists.
Yep. If you stay like right in the middle here, the fists won't hit you.
Oh, what? Nice. I
You
keep
gotta
getting
jump.
hit. I got it again.
Oh, don't get me!
Oh, nice timing.
Gotcha. Just in time.
Okay, so stay in the... Got knocked over.
Just do this. Just do your little spin jump thing that you got.
Okay, stay up
Top.
top.
And foot soldiers. Watch, rinse, repeat.
Boom, boom, boom. Right at the front here. Oh. You got it. Come on. Oh, what? So we're gonna... Whoa! Oh, I tried to get out of there.
That's okay. I did the same. I made the same mistake.
Prepare for ninja revenge.
I love it. It's the Statue of Tyranny. What a name. Oh, we're gonna get this right now.
There it is. That's not it though. Now here's an Easter egg when we go down here. If you've played Turtles in Time, the first episode is Big Apple 3 a.m. and we are in Times Square and it's 3 a.m.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of funny.
Nice.
And you can see the Neutrinos car floating in the background there too.
Oh, he's got the ooze.
Yeah, we're gonna fight Kevin Nash.
Super Shredder.
It's a super shredder. I always loved when they did that in the second movie because that was right around the time Super Nintendo came out and everything was super. It's like, oh, Super Shredder. It's like, well, that's original, guys. Could you?
Am I even...
So
he's not even getting damaged.
Yeah, he's kind of like that Chrome Dome boss. Like as soon as he does that little ball of green energy and then flips out, that's when we can hit him.
Oh, okay. So you just avoid until then.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll do a charge attack, and then he'll do a thing where he lets out those flames.
Okay,
So you just hop
okay, you
over
gotta
these.
jump those. Okay.
Yeah, and then this is where he'll do his little ball of energy, I think. Oh, maybe not. He's doing another cycle. Wow, that's not normal for him.
Okay. Oh, ball
There
of
we go.
energy. He freaks out.
Now give her.
Nice.
Party, dude!
Oh, oh, oh. Jump the little
Jump the fire.
fart clouds.
Fart clouds, that's good. That's a good one.
Alright, he's freaking out. Nice. Oh, I got knocked over. Fart clouds. Fart clouds.
There,
Oh,
it,
he's
I
dabbing.
think this is the only achievement I'm missing from the Xbox one. You have to defeat him without getting hit.
Oh, what? Forget that.
Yeah. No, I just kind of gave up. I was like, forget it. I'm not gonna bother.
It's telling us we can go for some reason. On my screen. Ah,
Is it really? Because that's not on my screen. That's weird.
Party, dude!
oh, I got.
Party, dude!
I'm about to die. Not good at jumping the fart clouds.
Not your party!
Nice.
Party, dude!
Oh,
Okay,
what?
so these you want to take out these purple statues as quick as you can,
Oh. Oh, okay.
and then he'll go down again.
Okay, fart clouds. Killed me. Taking out my fart
shit.
cloud.
Okay, hold on. Oh, come on! I was right there.
I got another life.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh yeah, continue. Yes.
Continue. Yeah, you're good.
Alright! I love being a turtle!
Oh,
Party, dude! Party, dude!
nice. It's still telling me go. Every couple minutes.
There you go. Game over.
Did.
Done like dinner.
Easy peasy.
So Super Shredder's the
Poor
final
Shredder.
boss here.
Yeah. Not a bad game, and now you'll. I think you should unlock Casey Jones for that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Woot.
one playthrough grants you Casey Jones, or maybe it's story mode. I'm not sure if it's story mode or this one that gets you Casey Jones. It should be this one, like because you ran the game. We'll see, I guess, because I'll unlock it too since it's a brand new copy for me.
So Compitkiss says in the chat, I heard GTA 6 has a female as the main character. LOL.
And they're dropping all the edgy content. And they're going woke, which that game's gonna tank.
You can't be serious. GTA
Yeah,
is going
they're-
woke.
It's all over. They're not gonna keep the edgy content anymore. They're gonna have a female protagonist, and it's like, why?
Oh, wow. Why
like-
would you just give away a cash cow?
Yeah. It's like you might as well just say we're not interested in making money anymore, right?
Yeah, that's just insane to me. Insane.
I'm just gonna hold the A button and get through the credits here. See if I
Oh.
unlock Casey Jones.
Oh, nice. This reminds me of the 90s when the credits would go by so fast you couldn't read them.
Okay, let's go back. Nope, didn't get Casey Jones, so you gotta do story mode to get Casey Jones. That sucks.
Oh, Cowabunga. What did I get? I get nothing. Oh,
You
is it-
chose poorly.
Oh, Okay. Filter
So there we go.
global difficulty all. Just giving me high.
Hey, I can see the
rankings
stream
online.
again. Yay!
Oh, nice. So.
Because I'm not in the game anymore, so I can see what's going on now.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, let's get back to here. And
Well, that was a lot of fun.
That was a ton of fun.
What do you think of the game? What do you think of the game, man?
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna exit it. But yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. I miss the old beat 'em ups. It's a different feel though when you don't have to pop quarters in and there's like no real consequence. Because I used to get sweaty. I'm like, oh, we got 3 quarters left. We gotta get to the end of this game. You know, the heat is on when that's the case. The 90s, those were the days, says Mucho Taco. Whimsical Renegade. The fractured butthole was great. What's the fractured butthole? What?
Oh, that's South Park. That was a good game. That was great.
Oh,
it's but that's an It's an RPG. Yeah, it's fun, but it's like a 15-20 hour RPG romp. But it's a lot of fun. It's worth a playthrough.
Clyde, do you have a DS or 3DS? No, I don't. That wasn't my generation. Okay, someone, if there's a mod in there, get rid of that.
Yeah,
guy.
there's a mod to get rid of that stuff. There you go.
Yeah. Easy.
Ban them.
Swing that ban hammer. Swing that ban hammer. But hey, had lots of fun. I'm really stoked on that. Yep. Let's get your channel in the chat again.
Yeah, where are we here? Where are we on that channel? I'll be able to tell you how many subs we've taken over the stream.
Copy the link.
20.
Nice.
20 subs. So hey, we're moving up.
There's the link now. There's the link. Get over there to
join in. It's going to be fun. I'll do a game room tour this weekend at some point and drop that. And then Mondays through Thursdays I'll be doing a couple videos a day. I'll get content going in there. And
nice.
It should be a good time. And then we'll do some beat 'em ups.
I know you're going to be covering GTA 6 now. I know that's something you're going to be talking about.
Well, yeah, I'll have a chat about GTA 6 too. I mean, it's fascinating to me that Rockstar would just throw away an opportunity like that, and like you said, throw away a cash cow. I always ask myself whenever I see these woke movies or anything else, like when they do that, it's like, who was in the board meeting where they okayed that and said, that looks like a good idea, let's move forward with this, right? Like, right. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I'm not sure what they're trying to do because they lose money every time they do it, right?
Yeah.
It's this culture
war
thing.
Well, they throw away their franchise, right?
But do they think that it's actually going to do well, or are they being activists in the thing? That's
what I'm wondering. Like, I don't know if there's like some backdoor entity that's saying, look, we're going to compensate you for whatever you lose, or we're going to I don't know. I don't know what it is that makes people shoot themselves in the foot. Like, if somebody came into me tomorrow and said, hey, write another book, but let's make it woke, I'd like, no. I'm not going to sell any copies.
Nobody wants that.
Think of how fun that would be. And it's like, yeah, I like making zero money. That'd be a total blast, guys. Like, no.
Joe Lehman.
What?
He says maybe it affects ESG scores.
I don't know.
ESG scores is a bit of a meme itself too. Like, if you look up a company and it's got a low ESG score, you kind of want to throw your money there. you want to lend your support to a company with a low ESG score. But maybe they'll just do good in the market on their own anyway because of that low ESG score.
I'm honestly hoping that whatever Rockstar has said they're doing is a troll, and they go the opposite route. I don't care if they have a female protagonist, but if you're going to take away all the culture jokes and the lewd content and everything, like, that really takes away from what makes Grand Theft Auto Grand Theft Auto.
Well, and it's not that games don't succeed with a female protagonist. I mean, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider is like one of the biggest franchises out there in the video gaming world. Yeah, AAA.
Yeah, I got no, like, woke. Even when I used to play the Saints Row games, and I'd always use a female character because they were more fun to play. They had better voice casting, but I find that, like, if they're gonna go woke, like what's gonna happen in Grand Theft Auto? Instead of pulling them out of the car, you're gonna open the door and say, "Could you please get out?" Right? Like,
It's called Grand Theft Auto. It's like
they might open the door and be like, "You have too much privilege," and just like kind of yank them out of the seats or something. Like I don't know what they're gonna do. It's a mystery until I see gameplay footage. I don't want to buy in, but Rockstar's made a statement.
Most of the woke writers, they write these stories, and you end up with a Mary Sue. You don't end up with like a good story arc, and that's the difference, right? Like nobody cares if it's a female main character. Just write a good story for them. And you know, it's not like GTA is a franchise where you always had that one character, because there's always a different character as the main. Yeah. So it's no problem to write a female character, because you're not taking the character and changing it. You're just writing it. So it could be good with a female character, but if they go woke,
and that's
it
kind of
won't
that's what I was saying about that Prey movie that just came out. Like, they don't really have an in-depth character development with this female protagonist, but she's written as a badass by the end of the movie. Like, it's kind of like Schwarzenegger in the original, where it's like, yeah, she could handle her stuff. Like, it's a good movie. And they didn't have to, like, they do have a little bit of the identity stuff, because there's scenes where they're like, you should be back at camp cooking a meal and stuff, and they're all laughing like a group of guys. But it's like, the way they wrote her character in terms of training and trying to be better and being this master tracker and all these things, it really fits for her character. And it's good writing that I go, this is like a 90s movie again, where you can have a badass female protagonist without having to be woke and say, hey, everyone, she can do everything. Like it's I thought it was well done for what it was. But then you got all these people virtue signaling it and saying, oh, they're all indigenous and they're all this. And it's like, oh, shut up. I can't.
I mean, they could do everything and do whatever, as long as there's good writing behind it and there's reasoning for it, not just hey, I just learned what a lightsaber is, and I just defeated a Jedi Sith. You know what I mean? Like,
with zero training.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that in story writing. It's just bad story writing, and people don't resonate to it. My daughter, we started watching one of those Star Wars movies because I hadn't seen any of the new ones, and my daughter was just bored. She's like, I don't care about these characters. I don't like it. I don't want to watch it. It's like, oh, okay.
I understood what they did with Han Solo in The Force Awakens, because Harrison Ford was fed up with the role. He didn't want to. He's old, right? Like I get things like that, but the fact of the matter was they just kind of threw them all to the backside and said, yeah, who cares? We'll have them cameo in the movies, but we're not going to do anything with their characters. And like even though they're horrible movies, I don't want to spoil anything. But like even Luke Skywalker, it's like he's bitter and old, and he's given up. That's not Luke Skywalker. You can't write that. Like,
no,
it was terrible.
So I do the James Rolfe thing. So the James Rolfe example is exactly how. So for those of you that are listening, don't know who James Rolfe is. He was the angry video game nerd on YouTube and he made fame that way. But he also did film reviews, and he would watch movies and then do reviews. And he famously did a pre-review of the all-woman cast version of Ghostbusters, and his review was, "I'm not going to see it." And just straight up gave a good reason why he wouldn't go see it, and that was because if something's gonna be crap and it's gonna be crap, don't give them your money. And I love that approach to it.
And he got attacked for that too. Like, he got savagely ripped apart for what he did, and people, look at him, he's sexist and he's a misogynist, and it's like, he just doesn't want to see your movie. There's nothing wrong with that. It's his choice, right? Like, it
looks bad. I'm not gonna watch it. Because I don't want to give him my money to give him a signal to make more of these things. Don't do it. Stop
when it came out on streaming services, I watched it twice, and I watched it once, and my wife, same thing. She got up and left. She's like, I can't. It's not even. She said it's kind of like when you're watching stand-up comedy, and the comedian's just failing so bad, where like they'll tell a joke and then they're quiet for a second while they're waiting for everybody to laugh.
Oh no!
Like, that's kind of like what the jokes were in this movie, and she's like, I can't get on board with it. Like, she just walked out and said, I can't finish it.
Yeah, but they already got your money at that point.
Well, but again, it was on streaming, so it's like, we're paying for the membership anyway, so we'll check it out. But I tried it again because some friends of ours came over, and I spent about half an hour making fun of it. Like, it was the slow kid in the room or whatever. And they're like, oh, you got to give it a shot. You really got to watch it. And I sat down and said, fine, maybe I was being too harsh. I'll watch it from beginning to end. I'll see what I think. And when it was over, I was like, there goes an hour and a half of my life I'll never get back.
Never get that back. Horrible.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. Even the original Ghostbusters that were in that movie looked upset that they were in that movie. Like, if you ever watched any of the promo stuff, even before the movie came out, like every interview, they'd be sitting with the girls and saying, oh, they did such a fantastic job. And it's like, you wouldn't be saying that if it was a good movie, because people would realize that for themselves, right? Like, it's
they don't need that.
They're on damage control before it even launches, right?
Oh,
like,
no.
it was just.
I heard it was
great.
so bad, like I'm Woman, Watch Me Roar-esque, where even the main baddie, they had like a nut shot scene where they bag the guy and he keels over because he's got testicles. Haha, weak spot.
Yeah, it's all
Shitty
men
man.
fumbling while women are it's I mean, they made Chris Hemsworth look terrible. The only good thing to come out of that movie was that's when Taika Waititi saw the humor with Chris Hemsworth and said, we need to make a funny Thor movie, and that's what gave us Thor Ragnarok. So I took it as a grain of salt and said, well, at least we got a good Thor movie out of it, but at the same time, it's it's hot garbage. The new one was great. The new Ghostbusters.
I thought you were gonna say the
Afterlife was
new
fantastic.
Thor. I didn't.
No,
go see
the new
that.
Thor was. Yeah, no, I'm not wasting my time with that one. That's,
You'll walk out of that theater, Thor. That's for sure.
I'd rather trim my toenails with an axe. I don't think I'd waste any time on that. Nope. It's the new Ghostbusters movie I went and checked out right away just because it was filmed in Alberta. They filmed it in Drumheller, where all the dinosaur stuff is, and
okay.
In and around my town. So there was a lot of locations where, like, even when I just went there, I went to Drumheller last weekend, and I took my kids down and said, hey, remember this part of the movie? This is where they shot this and everything. So it's kind of cool to see that stuff, but it's also cool for Alberta because usually when they do filming, it's in Vancouver if it's in Canada, or Toronto or things like that. So we just opened a massive media studio here for people to film movies, and that was one of the first productions that was filmed here. And I know the Calgary Ghostbusters, they do a lot of like children's charity stuff. I remember when lockdowns were going on, actually, they came over, drove by the house with their proton packs and their suits and everything, because my son couldn't have a birthday party. So I posted on Facebook, and someone said, you should reach out to the Calgary Ghostbusters, because I just posted, it's too bad he can't have a party. And someone said, if you like the Ghostbusters, you should message these guys. They're going, to people's houses, giving the kids stickers and doing all these things because they can't go out, they can't do things. And they were fantastic,
so
but they all
awesome.
got to meet they got to meet the cast and get pictures with like Dan Aykroyd and all those guys when they were in town. So, I mean, I wanted to support the movie, but man, did they do a good job. It was an awesome, awesome movie. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. It's a good send-off. Yeah, it's a good send-off for Harold Ramis too, but it's worth a watch. I'd definitely say that.
Okay, well, I'll check it out then, because I don't know. I
Yep.
just don't like reboots. I'm not a big fan. I like the old properties that I used to love, and I just love to keep that memory and just live with that.
Yeah.
And then just not go any
Yeah.
further with it. I'm happy.
No.
I'm happy to see new properties, and I'm happy to give my money to new properties, and when they write new ideas, whatever happened to one-off movies? Whatever happened to a success, and then move on to the next idea?
And that's it. A one and done. Yeah.
Yeah,
and you don't see it
I like
anymore,
that.
right?
No, if something's a success, they just wanna ride that pony.
Just milk it dry. Well, look at the Fast and the Furious, right? Like that. The first one was great, and I remember that was like the 2000s version of Top Gun. Like everybody was like, "Oh, Fast and the Furious," and that's when I remember guys getting their Honda Civics all jacked up with like the undercarriage lights and everything, and it was a big deal. And then all of a sudden, it's Fast and the Furious 2, and I was like, oh, they made a sequel, and now they're up to what, 10? 9
Yeah,
or something. Like it's a little ridiculous.
It seems
now.
like these days, though, if you have a successful one, then fire that writer and director, and then make a whole franchise based on it with other people that suck at writing and directing.
Yep, that's the formula.
That's how you go about it. And that writer and director will probably go off and do other good one-offs. But yeah, explore new ideas. But once you find a good one, Don't just beat it to death. Come up with other new ideas.
Are you telling me you're not excited for the third Prime Minister Still Freedom book? I mean, we're just
Are you just gonna keep cranking the same story out over and over again?
It'll just be a book where the pages are all blank like that other one you have, and it'll open up and it'll just have one picture of Trudeau, and he'll be like, "Hey, remember me? I'm still here," and then empty pages.
And empty pages, nothing else.
Empty pages. Anyway. And I'll be like, "Wasn't that funny, everybody?"
Anyway, I want to encourage everyone to go over and if you haven't already, go subscribe to Derek's channel. I'm going to put the link in the chat again right now. If you haven't done it already, get over there and give a subscribe. You'll see me over on his channel. We're going to do some more of these beat 'em up nights. I like playing these beat 'em ups, and I like playing on my sticks. I'm proud of this thing. I'm so happy with this.
It's cool because you've made it. I'll give it props for that.
Yeah.
At least it isn't store-bought, right?
It isn't store-bought. Custom jobby. I got 2 of them too, actually, because sometimes friends will come over and it's fun to have a
So the overlay on top, is that like a vinyl that you did?
It's just a printout. I just made it in Photoshop and then just stuck it on there. Yeah.
But what, did you put like a clear coat over top of that, or what's over top?
No, it's a plexi. It's a plexiglass.
A plexi.
So the art's underneath.
There you go.
Yeah, the art's underneath. The box is made by Razer, but then I gutted the Razer one and put all new parts in. I have another one. I have another one. It's good as well. Yeah. Because you can't have one, because then when your friends come over, then they're like, "So we're gonna play that game together, right? Oh, you only have one. What are you doing? What are you doing?" Anyway,
that's the problem I find with my arcades, is that I've got all these machines and nobody ever comes over. So it's like, well, why do I have all these games? I don't like, my kids play them, but anyway. That's the story for another day.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in the Discord after this?
Gonna be hanging out in the Discord, so the link is always in the description down below. If you guys want to come hang out with us, we're gonna be having a couple of wobbly pops. You've been getting wobbly already during the stream.
I'm pretty wasted.
I'm gonna have some wobbly pops and hang out with everyone. Ottawa NHD says, "I didn't know you were a gamer." Well, why do you think I got all this computer stuff? I love playing games and I never get to anymore. So tonight was the night that I got to play some games and show that off to everybody. But hey, check out the Discord. We're going to be hanging out in the chat. Everyone is welcome. You don't need to be a member of the channel or anything like that. It's all free. Get in there. We're going to be hanging out. Come chat with us. We'll be hanging out for the next little while, drinking some wobbly pops. And I want to thank Derek for coming out and
thank you.
Debuting on this game stream. I don't do this very often.
That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun, man. That was good.
Awesome. So, everyone, keep on trucking.